We're going to take all the breeding age females and bring them to Las Vegas, and I'll distribute them to the men who have changed their names to Corey. No kings, no presidents, no senators, just Corey. I don't need to sleep. I don't use currency. I'm not a part of this time. I used to be 2 Corys, now I'm 1.
Oh.
What are you guys into? What do you do?
We're tech.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's all going away. Currency, everything. We're going to flip into a new society.
What do you do?
I'm outside of space and time. Change your name to Corey. After that, you will be executed. If you don't change your name to Corey in 3 months, you're going to be executed.
And there was a woman in this foreign intelligence service who was
the ugliest woman I've ever seen in my life.
like, you want to avert your eyes. Like, she came off the
Side of Notre Dame.
She was a stone gargoyle with a giant
Mole right here with a giant hair coming out of it.
that kind of ugly. So I asked her just to meet me privately for lunch on Saturday. Don't tell anybody. And she agreed. And I was like, oh my God. She said yes. And I ran back to the office. I was like, she said yes to a lunch on Saturday alone. And my boss says, okay, here's what I want you to do.
I want you to fuck her. And I said, what? I said,
Have you ever seen her? And he said, I know, but we're the good guys.
and you're gonna have to take one for the team. And I go, oh my God. I said,
I go, okay, I'll do it.
Welcome to the male delusion triangle. You have money, you are strong, or you are emotionally stable. You can only pick two. If you have money and you're strong, you drift on an hourly basis between suicidal and homicidal. If you are strong and you're emotionally stable, you are a brokey. If you are emotionally stable and you have money, you are a weak bitch. You can only pick two. Where am I, you ask? I am not here. I am in the circle that has nothing. I am a weak bitch, I am a brokey, and I am not emotionally stable. I live right here.
Yeah, I can do it.
Do it,
So
ready?
you sing it like, Nanzingonya magiti baba ingonya ma.
Say it again. What does it mean?
It means, look, there's a lion. Oh my God.
You're joking. That is not what that means. That is not what that means.
That's exactly what it means.
That's what it means. Look, there's a lion.
Oh my God. It's a
Look, there's a lion. Oh my God.
It's a lion.
I
love Benjamin Netanyahu. All the hate being spread about my beautiful king is being led by uninformed goyim. Dear Netanyahu, I hope you know that I love you.
Help.
Okay.
Investing. Don't know what to do, what it is, but I need help. I need help.
Okay, so I would recommend, so me personally, I have 1.3 million in XRP. So right now it's about $2 and something cents, but the community knows that when I know it will bump up to $10, I'm going to be basically set for life. So I would highly recommend buying XRP. Why are you crying?
What the hell did you just say?
XRP.
I couldn't even understand what X could even stand for.
It doesn't stand for anything. It's just like, XRP doesn't stand for anything like explicitly. It's just like
I'm screwed. Crypto men come this way. Help me.
Just put money into XRP and then you're set for life.
Put my money in it.
Or just spend it all, whatever you want to do.
Well, will the IRS come after me if I, they won't come after me if I do that?
You haven't paid taxes in 2 years, so they're going to come after you anyway.
Not if I had my money in this XPR stuff. Right?
Yeah, you're right. Just do that.
Wait, what happened to XRP? It's down to $1? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I thought it was going to $1,000! Why did I join the XRP army? I told my grandma to buy it! I bought it at $3! How am I down 66% in less than 2 months? Are you kidding me? This is a complete Ponzi scheme! I thought it was going to revolutionize the banking system! Now the only thing that's revolutionized is my bank account because this thing's going to zero! I'll never be rich!
I really think XRP could hit $10,000.
XRP definitely could hit $10,000. BlackRock is about to buy $9 trillion worth of XRP.
That's insane. Soulface, what do you think, bro?
Oh yeah, definitely 1,000%. XRP is about to hit $10,000, especially because of them going after the Swift banking system.
Okay, Gabe, what do you think, bro?
Without a doubt, XRP to 10 bands, and the reason is XRP has intrinsic value. Bitcoin doesn't.
Okay, Mark, what do you think?
XRP $10,000? No question.
Okay, cool. Luke, what do you think?
Absolutely. Wisdom Tree just recently filed an ETF. It's going to go berserk.
Okay, cool. Sage, what do you think, bro?
I think XRP could 100% hit $10,000 simply if they just take over the Swift banking system, which will put their market cap well over 1.2 quadrillion.
Nobody knows about that fucking degenerate life when you're fucking down 40,000 and you battle the fuck back. You say, you know what? You know what? I'm a fucking strong, independent man. And you're not gonna tell me I should go to bed. I'm gonna battle the fuck back. And I'm gonna fucking get my money back. And guess what? I got my motherfucking money back. That's right!
Asset. Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best, okay? But take all your money, buy Bitcoin, then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin, then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business, it's in your family for 37 years, and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money.
Boom, 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 boom. I ran. Boom, boom. What is going on, you guys? It is Moongang 205, War and Macro, here with Charlie.
Hey, baby. So, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, it happened kind of like after we ended my stream on Friday. It happened like 3-4 hours later, and then bam.
Yeah, we were literally at the craps tables, and we were rolling, and then
I was like, what the
You just started showing me videos. You're like, we actually did it. We started bombing Iran, and I'm like, oh, here we go. What's the price of Bitcoin? And I think it tanked like right away.
Just for a bit. And then
I think it was like in the morning, our time. Like it started at what? Like, was it 1 a.m.?
Yeah, 1 a.m. midnight around that
Something
time.
like that.
Yeah, the earliest reports.
Yeah. And then basically, it started kind of like middle of the night, later in the morning, like started having a relief rally. And then it actually bounced up pretty good on the news because I remember it was like around noon on Saturday, I believe, is when the Ayatollah basically was
The Ayatollah, that shit almost sounds fake.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, I mean, dude's 87 years old, so I guess, you know.
He ruled a long. You were telling me he ruled pretty much your whole life?
Yeah, I mean, he was in power, in forms of power since the 70s. But yeah, he's basically been in power officially since I was like a toddler or something.
There's some wrestling promo, like I can't remember what they said, but I was like, I'm the Anatola of destruction or some shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But so yeah, I mean, it's quite wild that happened, but like market basically now Bitcoin kind of is at an equilibrium, right? It just like it dumped down, it pumped back up, and then it just kind of sitting there not doing shit, which is pretty annoying to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, you can explain a bit of the pump basically because so Iran a lot of the BRICS countries, they weren't officially, wasn't their largest part of the market, but I would say like Venezuela and Iran were using quite a lot of stable coins in order to sell gold.
Right.
So, I mean, not sell, buy gold as well as buy oil and sell oil. And there's been some wallets that were linked to like official wallets that moved into like basically it looks like to me like they started buying crypto basically with the stables. So I'm actually surprised we didn't see more of a bump on Ethereum to Bitcoin, but they must have found a way, or there must have been some Chinese exchange that facilitated that.
Yeah, and Iran actually is known to be mining quite a bit of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
As they have state, what do you call it, RAN energy.
Somebody's hustling the fuck out of Tel Aviv right now doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for markets, in terms of like how it's affecting markets and everything, I think you got kind of two different opinions.
Right.
Some people are of the opinion, well, because it was kind of discussed so far in advance, you know, the market kind of knew it was coming, or you know, baked it in somewhat, which I kind of find like a little bit bullshit, because the market, it bakes some things in a little bit, but it never bakes it in fully. So it does get,
if it gets talked about within 2 weeks, maybe, but then this has been,
which it did,
but like they've been talking about bombing Iran for like 2 years.
Well, I mean, you could also probably say that they've been talking about that for the last 30, 40 years.
Right. So. Which is like the whole Iran situation is fucked up because it's like the Shah of Iran or whatever, which was like a U.S. ally and the ally to the Western nations and stuff and everything. Like PBD talks about it quite a lot. He was looked to be a good person.
He's from Iran, right?
Yeah, he's from Iran.
And to be honest, like if you look at Iran as a country, just like from a citizen's perspective,
Ayatollah of rock and roll. That's what it was. Yeah, thank you.
That's funny.
The chat's so smart.
Yeah, if you look at it from a what do you call it, perspective of just like their average everyday citizen, like they have a pretty well educated populace or whatever, for how repressive the country is. Like they actually have like a lot of really smart people. So yeah, it's just kind of wild to see how the markets do that. But some people are saying it's baked in, right?
Right.
But I would say that's kind of bullshit. I think it did affect the market. But the thing that I think is interesting is right now, I think everybody's kind of out on the fence of whether it's going to be successful or not.
Yeah.
Right. Because there's a very, very good chance that it does blow up in America's face to some extent. Our leaving of Afghanistan was probably like one of the most embarrassing, terrible ways to do that. I mean, but you could probably say
we left weapons for the Taliban. We left weapons for
I mean, the United States military has been, you know, kind of, I mean, there's a lot of good things about it, obviously, but they've been kind of fucking up left, right, and center in the Middle East ever since like 2005.
It's one of the earliest things. It's one of the earliest things I agree with Trump. He's like, I met these generals. They're dummies. He's like, how much does it cost to just put some gas in the planes and fly it over to this other like country that we're friendly with, and then move it back to the United States? Like, we left like hundreds of billions of dollars of equipment down there.
Well, in Jordan, there was 80 planes that were a target. Dubai has become a target just because they're friendly with the United States quite a bit. Yeah.
Now this is funny.
And
now,
this is where it comes back to crypto. A little bit, yeah.
There's one side. The other side is very happy that Dubai is getting bombs right now in the UAE, the greater UAE, right? Because there's a lot of NFT ruggers. You know, the main one I've seen is like Frank D Gods or whatever his name is or whatever. A lot. I didn't know how many people wanted this guy to die, but shocking amount of people are very happy, hoping like I just, you know, it makes me happy that some of these guys are like. There's apparently I didn't know this, but like, you know, we sell like, you know, work like boot camps and like, you know, the courses and stuff like this. But like apparently there was a lot of people who ran courses out of Dubai or out of like other parts of the country, then moved to Dubai.
Yeah.
And people are like, please kill these crypto course guys. Like I was in Dubai. I was like, preference Dubai. Okay, good. But they're bombing. I mean, and that's actually their main strategy right now is it seems like they want to bomb these big cities here because there's not as much missile. There's really no missile defense at all, right?
And
Unlike Tel Aviv, which does have the Iron Dome.
Yeah, a lot of it's desperation too.
Right.
I mean, they hit a couple hotels. They hit. I mean, some of the crazy ones are like they hit a high rise apartment. And it's just like going after citizens. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. But I guess they're just kind of going after whatever they can hit.
Pretty. It almost reminds me of World War II with the V2 bombers Germany had. Like they could shoot it in a rough direction, but the landing was kind of like, so they would just send thousands of V2 rockets, and the rockets would be like.
You mean towards their bombing of London? Or?
Yeah, they were just whatever it lands. Fuck it, I don't know. They were just like.
Yeah, they bombed the shit out of London in World War II.
Yeah, dude, it's just soft targets and stuff, but like. But I could also understand too, because like if you bomb too good of a like the Burj, like the world's tallest building, right? If you're just to bomb that would rally so many people against them. So it's
there was a couple. Allegedly, there was a few rockets that got like relatively close, actually to hitting that. So kind of insane.
Yeah, it looks like the United States, Israel, and Iran are trying to get their rockets through and hit anything they can. Yeah, it kind of is like that. I mean, you basically want to hit like their financial centers. If I was Iran.
Well, last summer, I believe, is when Israel and Iran were throwing bombs at each other last. You know, I think there's
and they calmed down, right? There was like a ceasefire
for like a week or something that, right? And I believe it was the stock market in Tel Aviv that got hit. I was trying to remember which one got hit, whether it was Tel Aviv or in Iran.
I believe it was Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv,
yeah. But that one got hit, but it wasn't like anything crazy, right? It was just like whatever. But yeah, I think the amount of confirmed U.S. citizens through the military, I think dead right now is 3.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 dead and then 5 injured, basically.
Right. Yeah, and I think because Trump didn't go through Congress at all, right? Like within, I guess it's just a matter of time.
It's a time limit, right? There's like a time limit of like action he can do when it's a skirmish or something.
Yeah, if they approve it, it's usually like a 90-day window to approve it. But since he already went ahead with it, they might bring it up for a vote like quicker. But they pretty much, the Republicans have the House and everything, so I think it would get passed through. But man, do you think American citizens really want another war with boots on the ground? No. That's insane.
But
in the Middle East, it's just like, it's like, okay, so basically since 2001, it's never ending except for maybe like a year. Like, it's insane.
What's that Palmer guy? What's his name? The full name of him?
Oh, not Jackson Palmer.
No,
that's
not
the
Jackson.
guy from
Kiki Palmer? Is Kiki? No,
no, that's an actress.
No, that's an actress. Yeah, there's some Palmers out
There's
here.
a lot of Palmers.
There's
No, I was like, what's his goddamn name? I can't even remember. Off the top of my head, but Lucky. Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
but isn't that also the name of the guy who made Dogecoin?
No. Jackson Palmer's the guy.
Jackson.
Yeah.
God damn it. And these guys all sound like fucking drink names. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, Palmer Lucky was talking about, like, it was like we don't want boots on the ground, but we don't mind throwing bombs.
Anybody who's in the business of it doesn't give a fuck, right?
This is something that he talked about, actually, was Palmer talked about this, was like, if we actually were really shooting like all our Tomahawk cruise missiles, all our missiles out, we'd be out in like under 2 months.
Yeah, well, I heard with the amount that they have like kind of stationed around, they can pretty much keep the current pace going for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then after that, it starts to slow down, or you have to be more, strategic about how you're going to use all that stuff. So it's like, yeah, because they got to kill a lot of the people in power basically to get the citizenry to be able to rise up, not just for them to rise up, but to be able to rise up, right? And that's going to be kind of the key thing there, because if Trump fails at that and just they can't beat them into submission essentially, then it could be very bad for markets.
So I think the government, the greater government in the United States, is kind of giving Trump a little bit of a pass here because he did such a good job in Venezuela. And we're already in talks of basically taking over Cuba right now. Right. So it was like, hey, it put, because like that, like and then also what's been going on, there's been a lot of bombing going on. God damn it. What was that? What was the whole thing? It was like, we grabbed Maduro, then they killed Mencho, and then now they just killed the Ayatollah.
But I mean, the Maduro one was clean. That was just clean. Yeah. So like you can't say it like
they'd be hobulator.
Well, that's why I think Bitcoin came back when the Ayatollah was basically rumored to be dead. Yeah, I mean, I don't know I forgot what his actual name is. You could probably say
it doesn't matter. There's gonna be new ones now.
Well, what didn't you say? Like the second guy that just got replaced by him or whatever?
He just got replaced. So his replacement got killed.
This is like watching the Mafia Wars, but on a global scale.
So go ahead and share the screen, Kyle. So I'm not going to Afari just got. So this guy
just Ayatollah 2.
Ayatollah 2. He lasted about a day, basically a day or two, and then just got a day or two, and then got took out and stuff.
And so like the Maduro thing, right, proved that the U.S. intelligence level right now with how much electronics are used in everyday life and everything, and the Israelis. One thing you could say about the Israelis is they are great at cybersecurity. They are some of the best hackers in the world. So they hacked the shit out of the Ayatollah number 1, right?
Yeah.
And they knew pretty much down to the location where he was at. And then they didn't expect to get bombed on, I believe it was some sort of religious holiday on Saturday or something like that. So, you know, things you do, right? But so I mean, the United States intelligence on all these foreign leaders down to like, because they got satellites on this shit too, you know.
I mean, Washington did the same thing, attacked on Christmas. It was an old move in the playbook, but you know, hey. But what's the?
It's like when you're biting ankles.
Yeah. But like what was that? There's a classic meme and shit. It was like, you know, Mossad doesn't care. Mossad will, like, if killing the one person, they'll blow the whole building up.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to get into the details of that, you know, I think the best movie documentary of that is The Fog of War with Robert McNamara, who was the Secretary of Defense during the Vietnam War. Bro, like if you want to hate the government anymore, just go and watch that documentary. But it just shows you kind of how they view all of this, and it's literally a numbers game for them.
Right. So pull up the screen, Kyle. So going back to crypto for a second. I didn't know this. Gainsey apparently is in Israel right now, and he's literally like doing streams right now, like in a bunker. And so people are just like, bro, this shit. Dude, it's so funny. Yeah, I used to have 9 figures. Sponsorship 1, sponsorship 4, sponsorship 3. Live on Pump.
Oh man.
Yeah. Let's fucking go. Hair and beard both brown. He's a hairy motherfucker. He's trying to grow his hair back. I think he will, but like, shout out to Gainsey. I mean, the Gainsey shit is hilarious, man. Let me see this motherfucker.
I mean, if you were to go by gambling stats, and
look, that's him right there. Look, rocket signals.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this isn't the one that rocks my shit. I got time. What is it like?
Oh, what are you fucking doing, dude?
Look at him.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
I play it up too, you know. But I mean, for the most part, like if you're in Tel Aviv, unless you're like in a major hotspot or something, like you're 98% likely to be fine.
Yeah, but like me, like I don't live in New York because it's like look. Say what you want about Hollywood, right? They're programming.
I know where you're going with this.
Every time something happens, bros, it's New York. In the movies, or it's Paris, or it's always one of these big centers. You don't live there, right? Yeah. Like what's going to happen in Miami? The only thing that hit Miami is a fucking tidal wave. That's about it, right? Las Vegas will be fine. You know, House is going to protect us.
Las Vegas, but like, I can't think of any destruction movie that like goes through Las Vegas.
No, I mean, well, Fallout, but like, it's the best protected city in the planet, basically.
Oh yeah, I mean, we got the Air Force Base literally right here.
Yeah, well, actually, so what ended up happening actually was it was House, right? The House always wins, right? But Robert House, he basically has he has like their version of the Strat. At the time, the Lucky 38, and basically he has a missile defense system, and he basically on the Strat, and he basically destroyed about 31 out of the 33 bombs that fell, but 2 nukes did actually break through, and two broke through, and it was enough to destroy about 90% of Vegas. So, but
I would say 2 would destroy 100% of Vegas.
Well, the bombs were not as big as because it's supposedly, so it's kind of a weird thing where like. It's 19.
They were like partial nukes or something.
Yeah, like there were there were a lot of nukes, but they weren't like hydrogen bombs, basically. So like he was able to deflect them enough, but like he basically protected the Strip, and the rest of Vegas got destroyed. Basically,
okay. It is fiction.
He needed it's fiction, but he needed he needed the platinum chip. He basically, the chip was 2 days away from reaching, and the bombs went off. And then if he had the chip, he would have basically Las Vegas would have been intact completely. and he had Securitrons. Basically, the big difference is like we have the same history in Fallout, except around like the 1950s, we like you know how everything we used vacuum tubes back in the day. We never ended up having like technology to miniaturize things, so that's why things look kind of big and bulbous still at the time.
That's kind of fun.
Don't worry, DCC. Satan will never destroy the city.
According to this guy, in the Army of the Dead, Las Vegas got cooked.
Did it really? Yeah. Well, everything got cooked. Like in zombie movies, everything gets cooked.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
I think wasn't what's that one called that was famous like a couple of years ago?
Zombie movie?
You know, it was a TV show. It was like one of the ones that kicked off.
Walking Dead?
Yeah, The Walking Dead.
Oh.
Like, isn't the first season of that like in Atlanta or something?
Yeah, near it in Atlanta.
It's in Georgia.
Yeah, it's in Georgia.
But yeah, it happens. They go to ATO.
Yeah, I mean, because like there are some talks about like, hey, would there be domestic terrorism happening in the United States? You know, possibly from like Iranian sources and stuff like that. It doesn't seem like there's going to be too much of that, but it is possible.
Yeah,
but that would be really bad for markets too.
Yeah.
But I guess like if you look at war, one of the other things that would be a positive force for markets is if it does become an excuse to print money at some point. You know, which could easily happen. I mean, what are the things that usually they use it as an excuse to print more money? It's usually war or a crisis of a different sort, right?
Yeah,
which was COVID was the last one.
The zombie movies always cracked me up because it's like it would be over within a year or two because like most of the zombies would essentially starve out because like they're still flesh and bone. Even if they don't eat anymore, their bodies would just decompose and they would die. That's it.
Hey, don't ruin zombies for me, Miguel.
Yeah. I forgot 28. I think they've said 28 days later is the most accurate form of an actual zombie outbreak. Actually,
yeah. The first two movies of 28 Days and 20 Weeks Later were really good. Everything after that is questionable.
I will say this: I do like the new ones. They're interesting. If you just go in, they're movies, bro.
I'm like, bro, these gotta be memes to me. Like they gotta be memes. Like it's just too ridiculous.
So here, like not the bone one's actually pretty good, but like the one right before it, the newer one, right, 28 years later or whatever.
Yeah,
it's actually incredibly good, except for like the last 5 to 10 minutes.
It's just
these Power Rangers come out.
Yeah.
It was like, what the fuck is this?
It's like these 1970s like pimp Power Rangers.
Yes,
like it was what the fuck is even going? I literally saw it. It was like what do you call it? I saw it in the theater, and I was just like breaking out laughing.
Yeah, it was.
I was just like I couldn't hold it in. I was just like, am I the only one laughing at this shit?
I was there with a group of people, and I was looking. Are we watching a different movie? What's happening right now? Like, what the? We have literally these fucking Power Rangers come out.
I was like, the director's got to be trolling us.
Yeah,
the director's got to.
And then he leaned into it in the second movie. He made it's the Bone. I think it's called Bone Temple or whatever. And it's basically these kids who grew up in the 90s. Like, imagine like the outbreak happened in the 90s, and pretty much that like everyone that's alive didn't watch TV, but this guy was like he lived. He saw his whole family get killed, and he just decides to make a cult. Like he fused like the Teletubbies with like, yeah, I'm not joking. He's like super into the Teletubbies for some fucking reason because he's like all he remembers is kind of like British television because the Teletubbies are British, and yeah, he ends up like having this killing band where like, and it's so funny. He gets himself into a pickle where like he says so much bullshit over the years that like he has to keep up the lies on the bullshit, and now he's kind of stuck. So like someone calls him out on his shit, and he has to go with it. He's like, fuck, and then he's like trying to bargain with this guy. He's like, I need you to pretend to be the devil because like I said I'm the devil's son. And they're starting to question me because it's like, how do I not know this place? Well, my dad just barely built it. And it was but it's a great movie, actually, believe it or not. It's actually pretty decent. But as long as you're like this like it's a movie, you guys. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Long story short, don't live in a major city on the coasts.
Yeah.
But like Seattle, I could see being a target at some point, right? And then you got LA, San Francisco, then pretty much New York.
Yeah. San Francisco always gets fucked, bro. Godzilla coming through, bro. God damn, bro. Like it always happens for a tidal wave. The Golden Gate Bridge. Like basically you try your best never to be on the Golden Gate Bridge at all times. Yeah. Like try not to be. But
Alcatraz will be where it's at.
Yeah. Aren't they trying to open it again?
What do you call it? I went to Alcatraz back in the day.
Yeah, I know. But like I think Trump said he was trying to open it back.
Oh, like not as a tourist spot, as like an actual part. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. If you go there and you look at the prison and you're like, they're gonna open this shit again. Like they're gonna destroy the whole prison and then build it up again. Like there's no way a modern prison like basically is gonna be used out of that. People would be fucking escaping left and right.
Well, it'd be difficult. I mean, like I think there was only like one group that ever escaped, but like almost all of them died. There's like one guy that maybe escaped, possibly.
Yeah,
but they're not sure if he actually.
There's like 1 to 3. Yeah,
yeah.
But yeah, they pretty much swam to shore.
Downtown Toronto, besides the scene, is safe there. Yeah, downtown Toronto. That's funny. How many years did you do in Alcatraz?
About 3 hours.
3 hours.
What do you call it? I think Al Capone. There's his cell that was there. The one thing that was kind of crazy was solitary confinement. They let you go in and then they close the door on you or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And it's like it's just pitch black and it's just like a cold, like what do you call it, concrete room. I'm like, yeah, probably make you go crazy after a while.
No, definitely. But like, if country, this is a speculation I've had a long time. Let's just say if China went down, I think crypto would crash down. But then they're like people loot the treasury. When the institutions go down, people who have access to keys, money moves around, and it goes. So like I wouldn't like if Iran were really to fall, they hold. Not saying they hold a lot of crypto. They have stable coins and they do have crypto.
They mined a lot of Bitcoin.
Yeah, money would move around and stuff like that. And people are like, if you're flying to another country, I'd be like, I'd move all my money to Ethereum and then fucking you'd run off and then cash out somewhere else.
Well, and even if their miners went offline, it wouldn't really be an issue. Other miners would make up for the hash rate,
right?
Like over like a day.
Very anti-fragile system and stuff. And I think on my Friday stream, I was talking about like legitimately the only person working on like quantum resistance is literally just Ethereum. That's
and
it.
Solana. Solana says they are. I haven't seen a lot of documentation on this yet, but
like their tech got real weak after the launch. Like their tech was actually like the whole atomic clock thing is really cool. It actually has. That's actually something really cool. But I do like about Solana is that like there's like it actually has this is like one thing missing in most blockchains is like they really can't tell time.
Yeah,
that's actually a big problem. So I thought that's really cool, the atomic clock thing. But after that, like no one takes them seriously anymore because how many times they've been shut down over the
they're
years.
Extremely centralized. Like that's why I believe they can probably become quantum resistant because I'm like, hey, you got a centralized chain, probably easier to implement.
Some guy with just one USB,
pretty much
comes in and like, fuck. Like, we were joking about this in 22 that it came out that basically all Solana was running on one building in Germany.
Yeah, a server.
That's it. Just one place in Germany was running the whole thing. And they're also having a huge problem with this too, as well, is that they're so what's supposed to make them more decentralized Solana is that they're supposed to have miners around the world, right? And you can run a validator. What's happening is that they did explode. I'm gonna make up a number here, but let's just say they had 5,000 validators. The number's been cut almost by 60% now. It's starting to become so expensive. It's becoming very unprofitable to be a validator. So they're getting very centralized and it's costing more and more money to like, you have to like just put up more Solana to be a validator. And on top, the technical requirements to be one just keeps going higher and higher and higher, that it's kind of like, it's like, maybe they had this decentralizing point. Now it's like re-centralizing in a weird way. So like, we'll have to see.
Yeah, I think because most of their decentralization was kind of like, I don't know, kind of fake.
Yeah.
I mean, not fake. I mean, there is legitimate stuff there, but like, obviously, people weren't committed to it.
What do you think about Jupiter? I mean, it works. It works well. I think they fumbled their tokenomics really badly. They could have done much better for how because they were like the app, like they were the app. Besides the Phantom Wallet, which is like the Phantom Wallet and Jupiter were like hand in hand damn near of like the most valuable things on Solana, and then Pump kind of took all the spotlight after that.
Isn't it kind of crazy that you put that much work into building a project, and you're just like, fuck the token, like bro, like you're gonna put that much work into something, like do the whole thing right. Like Jupiter could have been like hype, like could have just like done really really well.
So there's like plays we jumped into it. It didn't perform. We got out. Didn't lose much money, thank God. And then we just rolled it into other stuff and made more money. But they just didn't. It's just this whole thing. There's just such a huge disconnect. I don't know if it's because legal and stuff. They could say that's a reason, but like if the token does well, it's your biggest billboard. Because basically, they could have a shittier product, but if the product makes you rich, you'll keep using it forever.
Yeah,
forever.
The legal aspect. Because Base pretty much hedged the legal aspect as well. The cycle, because like if the Clarity Act didn't come through, if stuff wasn't looking like it was going to come through, I think then you would have had Coinbase probably pulling back and basically pulling the plug on Base. Which is why I think you have like Aerodrome and stuff going over to Layer 1 Ethereum, just to hedge their bets and stuff like that. But
and on Circle as well.
Right. Yeah. So like it was like maybe until about 2023, you could argue, hey, we're kind of laying low on our project, so that way, we stay out of legal trouble, basically, because we're based out of the United States or something. Like, after 2023, pretty much after the Bitcoin ETF, which would be January of 24. You pretty much that's not really a great excuse anymore.
I know, but I mean, so it was kind of a thing. It was kind of a cycle where like so many people fumbled their L1s and L2s that like Solana had no competition. So it just became it was the meta. So like it is, you know, but
then it was viewed as like a shitcoin trash heap.
Right. But then everyone copied the same because everyone's meta failed that they're like, I guess we have to copy pasta a meme generator. So I guess we'll do that now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And like, that's something that I was actually talking about. So Uniswap is talking about creating their own creator themselves.
Oh really?
Yes. Yeah. That's actually a huge one.
That's interesting because I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've been looking a lot into Uniswap because I actually think it's a very good token for the next cycle because with the Clarity Act pass, more regulatory clarity on that. And the buy and burn that's been activated on Uniswap and all the money that's going to come onto Ethereum, who's the king of the liquidity pools? It's Uniswap. It's Uniswap. Traditional
Yeah,
Uniswap
if they
pools.
added some sort of like, so they have their buy and burn, right?
Yeah.
If they added something to do with like revenue slashing tokens as well, or something, like if they added just one more thing like that, that would get me bullish on it. But yeah, like they did have a lot of supply out the last cycle, so I kind of get why the token didn't move that much, but I guess we'll have to see.
I am says I can't listen to you guys in normal speed anymore. You'd be surprised, man. I have learned to slow my speech down over the years because I used to talk very fast.
Yeah.
Very to the enough. He's like, Miguel, I have to listen to Miguel at like 0.7 because he talks so fucking fast.
Yeah, I almost listen to most YouTube channels on like, I try to listen to almost everything on 1.25.
Yeah.
If not like 1.5. But yeah.
It was funny. I was like, sometimes like, I forgot this, who this bodybuilder is like, I can tell who's on testosterone because when I speed them up and their voice still sounds masculine, I got them.
Well, the only guy who I'm just like, when you hear him fast, you're like, the guy's still spewing fucking idiocy is Stephen A. Smith on ESPN. I'm just like, the guy talks like is extremely fast, but he's still a fucking retard. You know what I mean? I'm like, God damn, like this guy has the most lukewarm sports takes out of everything, but we're not talking sports here today.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to look at the oh my god. So yeah, this is actually, I mean, this is both good news and a bad news a little bit. So like AI just prevented a potential attack on XRP. This happened recently. A serious logic error proposed on the XRP ledger update was found by AI before it launched. If activated, the bug may have allowed massive exploit that could have drained funds without private keys.
Wow.
It was a huge, they caught it, thank God.
Was that okay? Yeah. So it's like, I mean, it's kind of like if a human hacker were to like basically find that and like report it beforehand, kind of thing.
Right. But no one caught it. It was actually like the AI software just checking for bugs. They're like, hey, this kind of came up as a flag.
Right. And Paradigm and OpenAI are doing that for Ethereum now. So,
yeah. So
very interesting.
They got lucky on this because this, oh my God, this would have, oh my God. Can you imagine like, bro, like, can you imagine like 10-20% of the top walls getting rugged or hacked on its fuck. I mean, that would have killed. That would have been it, bro.
Yeah,
that would have been it.
Been done,
this one would have ended that. I mean, or at least would have like, you would have bought XRP. You could have bought XRP for like fucking 9 cents, 10 cents, or some shit. Like, because it would have been so bad. But you know, like I don't know. I recently got some shit for this, but I was like, bro, I'm a profit maxi. If XRP gets cheap enough, I'll buy it.
Oh, of course.
I think they'll.
Why would you get shit
for
that? That's stupid.
Because they're stupid.
Yeah.
It's because it's like, Miguel, you said XRP sucks. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, correct. Yes, it does.
But I do also trade shitcoins. So.
Yes, the shittiest of shitcoin. I mean, shout out to N2, shout out to Fat Fellows. I mean,
right?
Nobody sauce. I mean, there's like a Pepe. I mean, Dogecoin. I mean, look. I mean,
the list is endless.
The list is endless and stuff like that. Some of you guys are putting your life savings into Peanut.
Hey, Peanut did pump.
It did pump, but most people caught it late.
True.
They jumped in late. We made money on like I threw some good money into Trump coin. I got a 3x, and then I was like, let me jump out. Then everyone's like, do I put money into Melania? No. And then we saved all our guys. I don't think a single person in the CMC bought Melania.
Oh no, I don't think.
And if they did, they fucking were too ashamed to talk about it.
Probably right.
Because I saw the Melania, and then there's like been a lot of more reports now of like people who were around, like not the Donald Trump, but like around the son and around the other family, saying that like basically the son basically didn't listen to or didn't tell the father at all. He just kind of did it on himself, and then basically clean up your mat. And it was just you know, big mistake basically. And it's
like that kid in the Billions TV show,
right?
He like mined Bitcoin out of the basement of his school or whatever, got in trouble, but then he's like, hey,
And there's also this whole thing.
He made money, I think.
There's also this little inner family rivalry in the Trump family where, like, you know, Barron, of course, it's your mom. You're going to love your mom. You're going to back your mom always, of course, right? But there's this whole thing, too, of, like, trying to, like, big up the mom versus, like, the rest of the family. There's been that a little bit in the background, which is a real thing. And I get it, but, like, you have to keep the females out of, like, all this stuff. I mean, it's bad. Like, every female coin fails. I mean, in almost like I know 100%, I'll say 99% of like celebrity coins fail. Like,
oh yeah, even the Kanye one did. I don't think Kanye's one did anything.
No,
just went straight to zero.
And who backed it? Remember that rugger guy, that guy that was wearing like this outfit with dorky glasses. He's the guy who like rugged. What's his name? If I saw this scammer, he's the guy who scammed out. I think did he help the Venezuelan government before the crash, or was it? He may have run a project in El Salvador. It was like a huge rug, and it rugged and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? It was like some South American country.
But who?
It was a scammer. I'll find the guy.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. It was a while ago, but like it was a pretty big rug, basically.
Yeah, because I was trying to think of different people in El Salvador, but yeah, not scammers. If you ask me crypto scammers in Dubai, I could probably name a handful.
I mean, shit. You could just randomly like in a crowd
go to a crypto conference in Dubai and basically like they're all scammers now.
Yeah, I think this was maybe the first one, or I can't remember.
Yeah, that was the first one, the first image.
But pretty insane and stuff. I don't. This one was cracking me up. Apparently, like there's this guy like Kier, his big account and stuff, and basically they found out how he looked like, and it's like, oh man, dude.
I mean that's the thing is like if you're on social media these days, just don't run an anonymous account. Just be out there. I mean, not that out there though.
Yeah. But there's whole talks too of some of these accounts were bought back in the day, and there's like the weird one where like this account, I believe it was this account. They were talking about he had said some weird thing about like baby dicks a long time, and then and then
who? This guy?
No, like they're saying that this account was purchased afterward. Like basically this happened. The person like deleted tweets and then literally like may have sold the account off. So there's stuff like that.
I mean, I don't know, bro. If you buy an account with that, you're you're questionable to begin with anyway. So like, I don't know.
Yeah, but people they're looking, but like this is a big business actually that happens. So right now, be very careful with any anonymous crypto account because it's very likely that like I would say about half of these anonymous accounts get sold in bear markets. And if they got a couple 100,000 subscribers on Twitter and stuff like that, or more, they're very useful for basically engage pumping later on in the cycle and stuff like that. And botting and stuff, or just making accounts and stuff. This is actually how a lot of accounts go viral. Like a lot of the guys you even know on like if you actually look at like who like a Thread guy, and I'm not saying anything bad about Thread guy because he did some good content back in the day, but like his clips, like if you looked at when he was going live, he was getting no views. Like I remember like this is maybe 4 or 5 months.
On which platform?
On Pump. He was being sponsored by Pump. He's going live on Pump, and at any time, me and Charlie were getting more views than him. At any time, there was a time where they were going live on pumpfund.tv or whatever with 6 viewers, 6 viewers, and these guys were like all over Twitter because they were getting paid. There was platforms and there's entire companies where like you could pay them and you could Rolodex and you could have your content clipped out and farmed and shown on Twitter, all of crypto Twitter, just like you can like Clavicular as an example. Like he just did a recent interview, like. Kick is like paying about maybe $40,000 to $50,000 a month to Clippers just to have his content come out and stuff like that. And he's also paying money out of his own.
So they're
pocket.
basically doing an Andrew Tate strategy, but like more organized,
a little more organized. But I'll say Andrew Tate's was more effective because it was newer and he had way more people.
It got viral as fuck.
Yeah, like Andrew Tate probably had 10,000 to 25,000 people clipping for him. Where like this guy had a much more precise strike clipping, but it's 1,000. He said 1,000 accounts he has clipping for him right now.
How many of those are AI bots? I mean, there's probably a handful.
It's probably a handful, but it's probably like 1,000 clippers that are legitimately it's probably like a couple hundred people. Some guy controlling probably like 100 accounts and stuff. Right? Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, it's a lot.
Social media for the L or the W.
Yeah, for the L.
Depends on how you take that. Yeah,
right. But I was trying to find the video of Vitalik actually talking about like, is it like you know, it's so ridiculous because you're like, this is the man that's holding all my net worth. You know that meme? Yeah. But
oh man,
yeah,
what a world we live in with crypto.
And it's an insane world. Let me find this. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, share my screen, Kyle. I mean, this body language.
Dude, I did shake his hand back in, what was that, 2017? It was like summer of 2017. I met this guy face to face. Nice guy. So like I gotta hand it to him, right? Like he was like behind the velvet rope, like in the part of the bar or whatever, where he's like away from everybody. He's like, okay, I guess I gotta go talk to the normies now, right? Because the dude was billionaire at that point, right? Is like probably just had crossed that area,
right?
And shook his hand, and like, you know, it's just like a wet noodle. It was like what, cold, clammy, sweaty, and his wrist was like this.
Yeah, like that's like oh, watch, let me shake your hand real quick. Like full screen, so like guys I don't know. Like, the only
no,
you'd
have to go even more. It'd be more like feminine like that. Yeah.
That's you go for. I mean,
so you go web to web.
Yeah, like that, right? Like,
yeah.
Or like I know sometimes you don't want to go like hard, but you like then just a little bit. Yeah,
you just get web to web in there. That's a normal handshake, right? But like he only got like half of your hand, and then it's all like, you know. But I'm like when I see the guy, I'm like not surprised.
And also this and I hate that one more than this one. Like shake my hand real quick.
Yeah. Well,
I hate
when people try to do that bullshit.
Bitch
I'm like,
ass motherfucker.
I'm like, yeah, that's just bitch made moves.
Like, watch it. Do it to me. Right to me. Like
you just pull back.
Yeah, like they get you, and then they go like they're intentionally trying to like squeeze your fingers, so you feel like, what the fuck is that?
Well, they give you a weird ass handshake. Yeah, to be honest, if you're gonna mog somebody on a handshake, like it's better that you go to the web to web like as forcefully as possible.
That they teach you that. Like you basically come in like at an angle like this web to web, and then
well, I mean, in business interviews as well, they teach you that. But like, if you're trying to like do it like, you know, try to control somebody, like you could go web to web and then like try to bend like kind of like kind of like, what do you call it?
Trump
like
does that.
It's like arm wrestling.
Trump does that a lot, and so did what was his name? Johnson, what's called
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Lyndon B. Johnson did that a lot, and he also do some weird shit too, where like he would shake your hand and then he'd start leaning towards you like this, and then he wouldn't move. He would be like this, like almost kissing, like his nose, just to make you uncomfortable. There's pictures of people talking, you're talking to him, and then the people are like going back and back and back, and Lyndon B. Johnson keeps going closer and closer,
and they're like, this guy did kill Kennedy. No.
Yeah, and there's like starting to come out with declassified like conversations and stuff of like basically Nixon basically alluding to like, I'm not going to ask you who killed the president. He's literally talking to the CIA director. But like I didn't have to. I mean, I wasn't so greedy that I had to kill somebody to get my job. He said that.
Oh, Nixon.
Yeah, Nixon's
Nixon was one of those guys I think did dirty.
Oh, he got dirty
in the 90s. When you like listen to him and you like listen to his like political stuff, like, yeah, he's not the best guy in the world by any means, but like in terms of just like how intelligent he is, he's like one of the smartest presidents we've had.
Absolutely.
Like he's just super intelligent
as fuck, knew what he was doing, and like
the guy did dirty.
But was Watergate that bad? Like, no.
By today's standards,
fuck no.
Watergate ate shit.
But even back then, bro, like, you know, the scummy shit people were doing back in the day too.
Yeah,
like,
but people used to have standards in this country.
Standards.
In this country, we used to have standards. Yeah. Oh, like I think standards started slipping literally on 9/11.
Yeah,
like
it started with the Patriot. No, you know, it's
all that bullshit.
It's all that
bullshit.
They
start like TSA starts giving you fucking anal probes. Like, goddamn, bro.
Yeah, that's.
I
remember a time where we used to just walk through. Like, there's entire movies where like, hey, what's your like? I need the fastest. I need to get to Cancun now. Put him under John Doe. Tell me 5 tickets as John Doe, and you literally could get away with that and buy tickets, and like you could put fake names down and go.
Yeah, they used to walk you out into the goddamn tarmac.
We used to be a proper country, you guys.
You used to be able to smoke cigarettes on a plane. Goddamn,
you used to cheat in peace, but not anymore, bro.
Now you got, what do you call it? What's that thing? The T app.
Oh my god! Yeah, the T app, which is hilarious. And some guys are actually going on the app just to basically
just give yourself a bad
Pump
reputation.
Your numbers.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like some girls are like, they go after guys on the T app,
right?
Because like they're fucking a lot of women.
Yeah. Hey, you know, Make it till you make it.
All right, now share the screen, Kyle, again. Now let's go back to this body language. My God. my boy, you got the money, dog. I know, bro. This is savable right now. This is like, right. This is a
true. And he's got all the money in the world to save it. And he rug our bags just to save his hairline.
Let's talk about, I'm curious about quantum computing. How big of a threat is it and on what timeline?
So if you go to Metaculus, if you just like search Metaculus quantum computing, it's like one of these forecasting websites. The median answer that you get is, I think, for when quantum computers powerful enough to break cryptography will come, and it's like somewhere between 2030 and 2035.
Now, notice those 2 years he said. He said between 2030, 2035.
And that's as we approach maybe getting somewhere between $500,000 to $1 million Bitcoin.
Right. Why that was so dramatic for me when I heard those two specific here. Now he's saying in between, but he said 2030 to 2035. 2030 is the bear market for the next cycle. 2035 is the bear market for the cycle after that. When do these catastrophic events happen?
Oh, yeah.
It's always in the 26 year or the 2022 year or the 2018 year or the 2014 year. Like, that's what it was just like, so like, because usually it's usually not like this. This cycle was so different because 1010 basically nuked this. I mean, it ended the cycle 1010, right? I'm not sure it's Justin Sun's girl or the hack, but 1010 was like that effect, but it took a while for it to happen. But for 21, we kind of topped out, we kind of double topped, and then it what really took us down was basically interest rate hikes that happened in January of 22, and then the second hike. In the summer, and then it was but it was a bunch of things as it was happening in 22 versus like this would be something that would happen probably it would happen. So I would imagine sometime in the middle of 2030 or the second quarter of 2030, where a bunch of wallets start getting rugged, oh shit, and then we just head lower and stuff. And he did. Now I will give him that he's in between there, so maybe it happens sometime in the middle of the 2030. I mean, it's very possible. I mean, he's talking about this now in 2026, trying to prevent that.
Yeah,
which is good, and he's putting the money behind a lot of the sales that he's doing right now with Ethereum is to fund projects that are fixing that problem right now.
Yeah, I believe half of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, because
no, but you know what I mean, right? It's
because it's not monstrous. He sells 3 million or 8 million, and then
it's not that bad.
It's not that bad for how much billions he's worth.
True, but the one thing that I thought was hilarious is I see some Bitcoin maxis being we don't need to be quantum resistant. I'm like, bro, are you guys just so delusional that you don't want to change one line of code? That's fucking insane.
Italics on the T app. Oh my god, if he was, bro, it's all Asian girls. I call it now, bro. It's all Asian girls. At least when I do see him on dates, they ain't bad looking.
Yeah,
that's I'll give him. Hey, it they don't all got to be 10s, but he's not fucking any 2s or 3s. That's what I'm saying. So that's a dub already. It could be a marketing thing. Hey, we got to make you look not gay.
Yeah. To be honest, I would not be surprised if he is.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of these guys are, but where is the picture? It was yeah, I know that one's ridiculous. Where is it? I think it was. Yeah, here we go.
Oh yeah. The most bullish chart.
What's Ethereum's price? That right there. Yeah, for now. Send all the apps back on Ethereum L1 now. And talking about L2s a little bit, but the big news that with all this stuff, I think most people haven't really caught on to it was Base rugging OP. That now Base is going to become their own either L1 or L2 now, and RIP OP and RIP Arbitrum is actually still working a little bit, but
to be honest, OP, I mean, that's their biggest client, sure.
Yeah.
But they still have probably more action than Arbitrum, which maybe isn't saying too much, but
I don't see a point of buying them, either one of them.
Oh hell no. I've never seen a point of buying OP since the first dump that it had. I was this thing is not going anywhere. The best case you could have made for OP is that in terms of the coin is that you just trade the range.
Right. But you can do that with so many other coins.
You can do that with literally any other coin. But yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Let's play the rest of this.
Let's talk about.
Yeah.
I'm curious about quantum computing. How big of a threat is it, and on what timeline?
So if you go to Metaculus, if you just like search Metaculus quantum computing, it's like one of these forecasting websites. The median answer that you get is, I think, for when quantum computers powerful enough to break cryptography will come, and it's like somewhere between 2030 and 2035. And this is one of those things, right, where there's like people who are wrong in both directions, right? Because there's a lot of grift in the quantum space, right? There's a lot of people who are like, we have a quantum computer, and then actually it's like something called a quantum adiabatic computer, which is technically quantum, but it like basically can't really do anything that interesting that classical computers can do. Like it definitely can't break cryptography. And so but at the same time, there's like real and serious improvements that keep happening to the space. And so like the question when someone asks about quantum computers, the question you ask is like, what is the biggest number that you factor using Shor's algorithm, right? And as long as the answer keeps not getting above 35, then it's like not super interesting. But at the same time, it's there are slowly steps that are being taken. So it's important. In terms of like whether or not we'll be able to adapt to it, I think we will. I know like Justin Drake has been working on like quantum resistant aggregation friendly signatures. Starks of course are quantum resistant.
And what he's talking right there about the signatures is basically there's some shit they can do if your computer gets compromised, or maybe somehow the AI was able to compromise the actual application you're using. It will show you the correct signature. As soon as you click on it, it switches over to the bad one, and you could sign a bunch of horse shit that could steal all your crypto from your wallet. Yeah, dude. And so like that's actually extremely important right there, actually.
Yeah, the AI stuff in DeFi is already going to be fucking getting crazy enough in the next cycle. You add quantum into that at some point, god damn, bro, you're just going to get a clusterfuck of shit going on.
And then there's the other can of worms, which is general intelligence. Oh fuck, that one's insane. I mean, that at least from the best numbers we have now. I think we talked to your brother a little bit about this as well. They're like they're talking like they don't know. They're like 2040, 2060.
Yeah,
that's the range, on that.
Yeah, where you start getting like actual intelligence on some level,
which is kind of crazy. So
so it's important. In terms of like whether or not we'll be able to adapt to it, I think we will. I know like Justin Drake has been working on like quantum resistant aggregation friendly signatures. Starks of course are quantum resistant. There's a huge amount of progress happening on quantum resisting everything. So I'm actually very optimistic that Ethereum will be able to cover it.
There's some guys that he said optimistic 4 times. I mean, you have to buy OP now. But they're actually working on it. Where like a Bitcoin, I think there might be 1 or 2 developers like with actual money maybe backing it, but like it is so difficult to get anything done on Bitcoin. Like this was actually a huge thing that people were fighting about, which I actually agreed with the guys not to update a Bitcoin on, which was they were trying to upgrade Bitcoin to a certain point where like not the block size, but more of like the file. It's almost like the file size within the block, so you could like
within each block, like kind of like how much traffic it can handle, basically.
Correct.
Yeah, because you need to do off-chain transactions like Lightning Network stuff to try to like get more throughput. But like, yeah, man, I did a Bitcoin transaction this weekend. That shit is slow as fuck. Goddamn.
You get so used to like you buy Bitcoin and you send it to your Ledger or your Trezor. Don't use Ledger. And then you don't move it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so used to Ethereum, Solana, Sui, whatever. It's just like boom, boom. Maybe you wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're more waiting on the third party than you're actually waiting on the actual network to send, right?
Yeah.
But
and usually the third parties actually give you an advance.
Yeah, they give you an advance and stuff. But like the cool thing with like, well, this is a good thing it didn't pass, thank God. But like they were trying to allow you to send pictures, to put pictures on a block. Why that was a very terrible idea is because like right now you can send messages. You can put a message, or you can write like lyrics to a song somewhat, and maybe within 2-3 blocks put like a whole thing if that's what you wanted to do. But
like text is fine.
Yeah, but this is why like I'm super happy they didn't put, because if they expanded enough, you could put maybe a picture or an actual like video. Some evil people were going to probably put like CP or evil shit on there, and they're you can't that's and they're like, yeah, let's not like no like and it didn't pass, thank God. But like there was an undercurrent of people trying to have that passed, and people were gonna do evil things to it, and then from there then people were like, there's and then there'd be the entire websites of people like, you go to these blocks, you want to see stuff like.
That's when you nuke it. Like, okay, we failed. Start over.
Yeah, just keep Bitcoin how it is. But like the one thing is like, all right, if we're gonna like we were like the CIA Mossad already retarded Bitcoin. It's done. Sorry, Epstein won on that. But
hey, but at least they didn't kill it.
But yeah, they didn't kill it, and it's gold now, right? Or our version of it. But like we need to have quantum resistant wallets, and there is a whole thing where like, there has to be a hard fork at some point, because like you can't allow Satoshi's wallet to get hacked and like get drained and stuff.
Wouldn't that be a wild week? Hey guys,
it's coming, bro. It's coming one day, Charlie. And like I've had a thing. I said this in the course.
Anything as we know in crypto, like 2022. Like I was like, okay, we're advanced enough in crypto. We've got DeFi now. We're starting to advance. Like 2022 can't be as bad as the 2018 bear market. But it can't be as bad as the 2018 bear market, right?
Oh my
right?
God, right.
Like it's like future bear markets. It's like literally for what? Now it's March. So we were literally on March 1st. So going till October, the next 7 to 8 months. Like that's kind of it's like exciting. Like if you like to play Russian roulette, kind of exciting, right? In crypto, which is like, what type of events shall transpire. I do like, the going after Jane Street and Wall Street type fuckery. Like I do like that narrative. That's kind of fun in a bear market.
They
like
say
we can get the pitchforks out.
They say the DOJ is investigating, but I don't know if that's real or not. Like,
they've been investigating Jane Street for other reasons, basically,
India,
as well.
I know India,
yeah. Well, and also just other United States stuff. I think Max Kaiser, he's probably the guy in crypto that has the best point of view into Wall Street, besides like maybe Mike Novogratz and stuff.
Right.
And he's just been like, yeah, I've been telling you guys about this shit for fucking years. Like not in relation to crypto, but in relation to the Wall Street and how they interact there. So he kind of was just like a light stamp of approval on like, yeah, Jane Street's full of shit.
Yeah.
But then you also like the one funny thing is there's a lot of drama on crypto Twitter right now about the Jane. I think it was the Bitwise guys.
Yes.
They also used Jane Street as their market maker, and they were trying to defend it over the weekend, and they just got into a little bit of a shitstorm there as well. So like that kind of stuff, I'm like, okay, I like that type of drama in a bear market, kind of weeding out some of the bullshit. But like when it's like catastrophic, like we got with like Luna or 3 Hours Capital or FTX, it's like, oh my God, like it's a swift kick to the balls.
Yeah. And this is something I thought I saved it, but of course they deleted it. But one thing that like JP Morgan's actually backing, basically JP Morgan's actually saying we need to get rid of basically naked short selling.
Yeah,
they're backing it, and people are like, "You motherfuckers do that all the time. What the fuck?" But it's kind of
like we made enough money on this. We don't want anybody else to get up to our level.
And what I think it is, it's almost like the boomers are like, "All right, let's not let people get rich the way we got rich." I think this is kind of bad. Like maybe I'm feeling like
it's like
slight.
It's like
I'm feeling some empathy, Charlie.
Yeah.
I know, like
it's like
I hate my grandkids. Like
it's like
do I hate them that bad?
All the gold is on the 5th floor, Miguel. We're on ground level. I got the ladder to get up there, and I just, for the sake of everybody else, I'm just going to take this ladder away, because like, hey guys, this is a terrible way to do it. Actually,
right. Like, it's like AI is already going to fuck them. Do we need to also like turbo fuck them?
I mean, knowing Wall Street.
I mean, yeah, but it's bad when like India and China ban it. Like, fuck,
And you also know it's bad when we're going to get World War IV before GTA 6.
Yeah.
Probably World War III and 4 all in the same.
Yeah.
What the 10-year decade thing.
The big thing they're saying why like GTA is taken so long is because they hired so many female. I'm not joking. They hired so many females to develop the game. It's like if you look at the group picture, like when you finish a game, everyone takes a picture.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's basically like they're saying like Rockstar has become like Twitter before Elon bought it. It was all females and like a couple dudes, and the dudes were doing all the work. Oh no, dude. I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, what's her name? Well, what's her name? Wilson's wife, the one that went on Rachel Wilson. Go watch that Rachel Wilson interview on Joe Rogan. Pretty much tell you exactly what happened, basically, with that and stuff. And you actually want to know something crazy? So after they got rid of basically the king of Iran, right? There was a vote to see what government got put in place, and it was the progressive. It was like the socialist men and the basically like progressive females that voted them in. And then what happened was when they took over, the first people they took rights away from were the women.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like Mandami in New York right now. It's I think there's no ID for voting, but if you want to shovel snow in New York, you got to have like 2 forms of ID and like all sorts of other bullshit. I'm like, man, these people are ridiculous.
It's
ridiculous.
Freaking crazy, man. Let me go
Civil War trilogy.
No, definitely. Oh no, let me. Where is it? But there's also talks. I think I talked about this earlier, but there's like also talks to basically create a brand new government in Cuba, but like they're like willingly going to like just give up power. And I'm guessing it's gonna be like, hey, we saw what you did for Venezuela. Don't do that to us. How about you just let me walk away with my money and basically don't try me for war crimes and shit.
Yeah, give them the golden parachute like they did to the guys in Wells Fargo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then Rachel Wilson name dropped Aaron Clary on the Joe Rogan. That was so cool, dude. He was like,
and spelling Aaron Clary's name like that is just disrespectful.
he would love it, actually.
Rolo just told me today that Aaron Clary is trying to put him onto some animes. and
what
Aaron
anime
Clary
is he gonna say?
Yeah, well, suppose he was like Neon Genesis and like freaking like a few other ones I forgot. But
I liked it, but then the fucking jacking off of that anime is like to
Which
a point
one?
where like evangelical.
Evangelical.
I mean, it's only want to say the fucking
Evangelion?
Yeah,
Evangelion.
it's just like,
Oh yeah, I mean that's the old like classic one.
of course, but it's just like too much, bro. It's like they're like,
Yeah, it's just like
keep
there's
going.
a certain like what do you call it, subgenre of that. But no, in Japan, like when you go to karaoke, like there's always one motherfucking singing the Evangelion song.
Yeah.
Like, always.
It's a good song. I'm not knocking it. No, of course. No, it's awesome, right? But it's like we need to calm down a little. Like it's like
Yeah, people get wrapped up in it pretty crazily. I
putting
mean,
Rolo
that's a
on
lot.
dessert.
To me, that's a lot of anime
Yeah.
that people kind of get very fandom,
Like-
out on it.
people need to take more shots and stuff. I know that's not a lot. It's expensive to make these shows and stuff. I get it, but like there's this whole thing that happens in media and stuff where like something just becomes so popular that it just like, it's like a Marvel movie. It's like basically you can't make a movie unless it's a Marvel movie. And it's like people stop taking shots. Like one of the big things is saying like because Hollywood, the movies got so expensive and they got so centralized that you used to be able to have like a middle class of movie, believe it or not. Like instead of a low budget movie, people would have like a $30-40 million movie. You would have a lot. And then in those movies, you could experiment and create these incredible movies that become like cult classics and actually make genres.
Most comedies were anywhere between like 8 to 15 million.
Yeah.
Probably something like that. They weren't very expensive at all. They were probably very good ROI. I mean, to be honest, with most comedies, but comedies are like basically gone. It's like it's mostly because of the streaming platforms, basically. Yeah. So it's either boom or bust with a lot of
what did Michael say? The year is 2030. Wait, what is that?
Years 2030, BTC will be zero. Pepe's replaced the dollar as the world reserve currency, and Miguel will be the president of Cuba.
Hey, we're getting all the stogies.
I know. I kind of low key wanted to happen, bro. No, not Bitcoin to zero, but like
just Miguel's face overlaid
on the Cuban dollar.
I can make them change the way they speak Spanish. Then.
Yeah, I know. We need to course correct that a little bit. Yeah. Poppy will not be anywhere in the dictionary. New Cuba and stuff. But I went to public school, so I have to use voice to text. Well, it's a little faster, but I get annoyed to it too. It's still, after all these years, it's still shitty as fuck. Like I get it. Like I do it as a habit sometimes. I use the voice to text shit, and then like half the message is fucked up, and I'm just there erasing, fixing them. And then I'm like, at some point, I'm like, why the fuck am I even using this shit? Let's just write it all out. Like, but you know how you get used to doing something?
Yeah.
It's become it's like a smoking habit. Like I picked up a smoking habit using the thing.
Charlie will be president of East Greenland.
East Greenland?
Hey, give me all the Greenland. I'll take it all.
But I mean, somebody was talking about this earlier, but pull this up, Doc. So basically, BlackRock plans to tokenize all ETFs within the next 3 to 12 months. That's real, yeah. Trillions moving on chain, but of course, it's going to be mostly the crypto ones with probably the S&P 500 and a couple of the big flagship ones. And I would imagine like during the next cycle, in the 2031, 2032, we'll have the rest of the ETFs come online. They're going to trial period them. It's going to be like the big ETFs, some levered ETFs, and then that's it. And then on that bear market, they'll put the rest of them on, basically, because the amount of money they're going to make off of like people holding the token and the fees they can charge is like tremendous. I mean, like the most profitable ETF for BlackRock was the Bitcoin ETF.
Yeah.
For BlackRock, of like the trillions and trillions of dollars.
It's just getting started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane. Can you talk about Larry Fink and the Ethereum Foundation? Basically it's very stupid to make your own blockchain, a unique blockchain. Like, don't roll your own chain is the classic one they talked about in 21. It is very difficult to make your own coding language and make your own blockchain, everything unique, because it's not battle tested, and the amount of hacks that happen. Look what happened to Solana. Solana is its own chain. It doesn't use the same coding language that Ethereum does, and they had a ton of bugs and a ton of problems in the blockchain going down. Ethereum had the same thing in the beginning, so did Bitcoin. There was an inflation bug that happened on Bitcoin. They had to re-roll the chain. I mean, they don't like to talk about that, but it happened. It happened, what, 2010?
Happened multiple times, actually.
Yeah.
So I think 2 or 3.
There's also like a geopolitical reason, because we're talking about war and macro, is that you don't want to put it on your own blockchain. Usually, if you're going to put it anywhere, you put it on your own blockchain. But if you don't have the capability to do that, because it's so like there's a lot of money at risk, and they're almost in a Bitcoin sort of like, their ETFs are almost like Bitcoin to them, where like they're in a position where they can't allow these to get fucked up.
Yeah,
because it's so much fucking money, and it makes them look very bad, and they can lose billions. So, let alone trillions if it happens later on. So Ethereum is pretty much bulletproof for the most part. Once the smart contracts have been really battle tested, that's why I said they're gonna put a couple on there, not too much. And then once it's been battle tested for a whole cycle, the next cycle, let's throw the real money in, because then the smart contracts are, because the billions that'll go through.
I mean, to be honest, if they want to get a lot into crypto, they do have to raise the market cap of crypto overall.
Correct.
So like they do have to have an over speculation cycle at some point.
Yeah.
Otherwise they're just gonna basically, the other angle to take on it is they're just like saying all this posturing for crypto, so that way they can cage Bitcoin, kind of just like put everything in crypto to the side and not have to deal with it as much anymore.
Yeah.
But like it doesn't seem like that's what their actual plans are. Their actual plans are to like tokenize everything. So yeah, if they really want to get into like the size of market cap that the market can get to for that, then you need a couple, 2 or 3 cycles basically of just massive increases in the crypto market cap. So that would be like the 2030s. Basically, you'd have to just like pump the market basically a lot. And then if you get retail money on top of that, you get like, just imagine how speculative that could become. Like that's what everybody is waiting for on the Clarity Act, because like, oh, Kevin O'Leary said like hundreds of trillions of dollars will come into crypto. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna believe that guy over anybody, but I guess BitBoy still owes him like $3 million. But
the defamation suit.
Yeah. But like he's never gonna pay that. But no, it's just for if they're going to go through with the plans that they say they're going to go through, they do have to expand crypto quite a bit, because I think we only got to 4.4 trillion as a total crypto market cap. We have to get to like 30 trillion to like start doing the things that they really want to do with real world assets and stuff like that.
Because I was thinking about this the other day about Ethereum, right? Because like, if usually the prices that we call on like the assets during a bear market tend to be the most correct usually in terms of top. Like right now, like if like let's just say Ethereum hit $10,000 and people were asking us, where do you think Ethereum could, like the next top? Not saying that top. Let's say Ethereum's $10,000 and Miguel, Charlie, what do you think Bitcoin? What do you think Ethereum can get to in the next cycle? Then we're like, it's going to 40,000, or like it's going to like because
like a 3 to 5x,
and also you're more like jazzed up because like we're fucking printing money. It's just like money's coming out the fucking wazoo at the time, and we're like in the bear market. When let's just say at this time the bear market was like, let's just say we hit $700 or $1,000 in Ethereum. We were saying like, we thought 8K was more responsible, maybe 6K if went under performance, but that was the range there. And I think if there wasn't a suppression, it would have at least hit that.
Oh yeah, 7.5 was like the sweet spot that we should have gotten minimum. But
then people ask us, all right, but what if like we did have like a 21 sort of run and it was really hot? And this is where like it gets put into sound bites. It was like, what do you think it can go if it really goes bananas? I'd be like, well, 12K, 14K. You know, it could 16-ish if things go bananas and everything like that.
Right.
But going off of where it is right now, like it's more likely that Ethereum is going to hit like 800 to $1 trillion market cap next cycle, or this cycle coming up. And that would
what's $1 trillion for it?
$1 trillion for it would be $7,000, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, roughly. Maybe it can go higher.
Oh yeah. Maybe like 7 to 9 somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me see. Right now, currently Ethereum's price is about, let's just call it $2,000. It's about 1955. The market cap currently is 235 billion. So let me do the math here.
Basically times 4.
Times 4 almost, yeah.
8,000.
4.2x times. Oh wait, oops.
Carry the one.
$8,319 basically. So $8,000. So around there. So you could see a little underperformance of 800 billion. That's correct. That'd be all right. Now, but you also have to remember, you guys are going to buy it at $1,000. So help me God.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to hear the fucking bitching and moaning.
Oh yeah, then you know there's going to be.
Yeah.
You know there's.
And if it goes higher, yeah, because the higher Bitcoin goes, the higher Bitcoin goes and the higher Ethereum goes this cycle. Like as long as Ethereum semi keeps up, or just there's a one outperformance part in the cycle where Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin for a bit, the alts run so hard because of how liquidity pools work. It drags everything up. Even underperforming assets will just be lifted by the shirt. Like
Dogecoin to $1, baby.
Yeah, and you actually can get really dramatic prices. Because Ethereum, like as much as Bitcoin is the savings of a lot of people in crypto, but Ethereum is legitimately like what we're using to like it's the big savings account really. So like they knew exactly where to hit DeFi and really hurt the overall crypto space was basically suppressing Ethereum. And in this cycle, they were, I'm not saying Bitmine did it as an example, but a lot of entities are gobbling up Ethereum right now. That's what's happening. And right now, Bitcoin's kind of hurting right now, obviously, because you're starting to have a lot of the treasury companies fold up and sell their Bitcoin off and move over to AI infrastructure plays and stuff like that. Which we also said that was going to happen. Was like you'll have guys like Sailor be fine, but you're going to have other kind of middling or smaller companies just to sell it off, and you'll also have guys within the ETFs that get scared on holding Bitcoin that'll dump their Bitcoin, and that causes extra supply on the market, which will cause the price to go down. Wife changing money? Possibly. It just depends what kind of wife you want. But Ethereum right now is $2,000. $1,400 could be a nice low for it, or if things go really bad, it can go to $1,100 or $900. It just all depends. I don't think we'll go back to $700, but we can go to $900. It's totally possible.
Yeah. I don't think we'd go below 750 if I'm like, okay, there's like an absolute floor. Like my absolute floor for Bitcoin is like 29K. And for Ethereum would be like 750 probably, something like that.
Let's see. The issue with Bitcoin is the Lightning Network. If transactions are not being processed on the base layer, the miners will go out of business eventually. Yeah, that's so they need to fix that a little. And I've said that eventually,
the way the miners do kind of make up for money is just the price appreciation of Bitcoin.
Correct.
So where the miners really start getting stuck is if Bitcoin doesn't appreciate in price
that cycle
enough. That cycle, yeah. Like if there's no new all-time high for Bitcoin. That's where because like if you think about it, right, the lower Bitcoin rewards are over time is not as bad if the dollar value is significantly higher,
right? Because like when we got in, right, like $500 Bitcoin, it went to 20 grand, it crashed to 3 grand, it went to 69,000, then 69,000 crashed to 15,000, then 15,000 went to 128,000. So like there's still like it's still climbed basically, right?
Yeah.
And even someone like I'm just going with George Lucas. God damn it, Lucas, Bob Lucas. Yeah, I said Bob. Even he started like he didn't catch the bottom, but he bought around basically 21,000 to 25,000, and then like we bought closer to 15,000, but like my average was between 15 and 25,000, where I bought the majority of my Bitcoin this cycle. And people keep asking me this, but like, I didn't sell any of my Bitcoin, I didn't sell any of my Ethereum this cycle. Like, I didn't really see the point. Like, I'm still in the money on all my
long-term holds.
Yeah,
long-term savings.
I did sell everything else except for like key things. Like, I have some Pepe still. I have some meme coins that I think they'll survive, but they're like lower. Nobody, Roy. I think they'll survive.
Yeah, trading those around I think is important.
Where's our promised alt season? Ethereum needs to pump. I've said it before. We would have had an alt season as soon as Ethereum passed $5,200. It's off.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's on, dogs. We might be only promised one cycle 3,000 years from now, but but speaking of that, speaking about cycles a little bit. Give me 1 second, Kyle, before you share the screen. There's some interesting. Now
this is fun.
We're friends with GG, and we're friends. It's like this is just more data points. Like
take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. But somebody had basically done the average S&P 500 returns by zodiac year since 1928.
That's a good chunk of data.
Good chunk of data. So the least performing of all these was actually the year of the horse, the year we're in. Doesn't mean every year the horse is bad, but like, but look at the year of the goat. On average, 10% return on the S&P. What's Ethereum? A goat.
Hey, that means at least 40 to 50% on Bitcoin, which means at least a 2 to 3x on all altcoins. Let's go, baby.
And the monkey year, the year that monkey's a year of the United States, decent year of the rooster. So like this will be 27, 28, 29. We're looking all right, but look at the dog year. But it's still 5%, but it's our bear market year. The year of the pig. Shout out to my boys at my friendly sign.
Yeah, we go.
18% on
They're
average.
my biggest op. The pig's my biggest op for a snake.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm eating bacon, dog.
So you say they're gonna eat oink oink. No.
I remember I told that to GG. He's like, you shouldn't eat bacon and stuff like, but I'm a goat, bro. Pigs are friendly to me. He was like,
and bacon is delicious.
Bacon's delicious, dog. The year of ox is actually not bad. The tiger's okay, but like remember, like this is why it's not perfect. This is the average up to like 100 years, damn near, of data. The tiger year, that was 22 and 21, basically, like very good years. The year of the, these are decent years and stuff. So the year of the rat, it is funny. All my friendly signs are actually pretty good. So I'm a goat, the pig, and the rabbit. We're doing all right on these years. I think he changed it to I think it's not the rabbit. I think he changed it to like a cat or something like that, or like. Huh? He said the rabbits were. GG said the rabbit's retarded. It's not the rabbit. It's the year of the cat or something like that, or like I forgot what he called it. But anyway,
I know the Venetian did rabbits on their chips, not cats.
Oh, I know, but this is just his like meta or his thing for numerology for him numerology. Yeah, yeah. So
interesting. There must be like different like what do you call it, sex or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's crazy how like snake and horse years are just bad on average. And like we in the snake year, even though it was like we did get an all-time high on Bitcoin, it was a pretty like meh year. Like alts just didn't run. And you caught little things. I mean, we survived on meme coins and Solana stuff a little bit, and like, but like it's kind of slim pickings. I mean, it was nice when we hit 126. We're like, whew, it was like hell yeah. But we're like me and Charlie were kind of, it's about fucking time.
Yeah. Well, it was more like, okay, now 130, 140, 150. Okay, then we'd be cooking. But
yeah, but interesting stuff. And like, and people ask us like, what's our risk tolerance? Like, like when you're in crypto, bro, like this is what, everyone's like flying around Iran and Iraq, but like, there's this one industry.
Hey, I heard about a shortcut, Miguel. I heard about a shortcut. No.
Fuck it. Let's go. I bet you that planes landing gold or some shit. Cause like, that's actually a big thing. They would have military planes land with gold to pay for oil and stuff for transactions.
Yep. It's easier with Bitcoin, but hey.
Yeah, you're saying there's a chance, definitely. Don't forget about Phantom. What do you mean Phantom? Oh, I think they're talking about the wallet. Yeah. But yeah, you can take it down. But I digress. It's interesting little data. I mean, that's nice. I mean, obviously the stock market does well. I mean, that helps crypto and it helps. I mean, you just want money flowing around.
Yeah.
And 27 is a year that I've called out for a long time being, or at least the last year, that I think when we start getting a little bit of a real estate bottom, basically, I think we'll start getting markets in real estate bottoming out because interest rates will lower down, and you're going to start getting a refinance boom. There's money locked up, so if you can't sell the house, you can borrow on the house. The banks will lend you on the house because
it gives more middle to upper middle class people money. That's good,
right? So if you bought a house, I'm not talking about people who paid their houses off because we bought in the 90s or in the 80s or it's been paid off, but I'm talking about money like. The reason a lot of boomers are might not sell the property off, instead might just like use it as a loan, just like they'll borrow on or make a brand new mortgage on a house. And I hate to see. I've seen a lot of old people do this. Like it's sad. Like, and this is even back in the day. Like a lot of them did reverse mortgages. where you live in that, but it's like they told me we got it's an old couple. It's like we got a fixed income, and we just need the money. There's just we can't make any more money. We need something for medical bills, and it's just it's just like so we get to live in the house, and if we die, and they're gonna keep it. It's like, but it's a real thing.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody in the chat said we found the magic 8 ball. Yeah. We ended up finding it. And then the next question there is perfect for the magic 8 ball. We'll tempt fate here. Go to the
tempt fate. Oh, okay.
There we go. So, can Sonic survive a bear market? I'm like, hell, can Sonic survive next week? No, can Sonic survive this crypto bear market of 2026? Let's find out. My reply is no. Uh-oh.
I'll tell you.
R.I.P.
Oofa.
Advanced R.I.P.
Yeah. Actually, we're gonna have a stream pretty soon with a lot of with basically Good Morning Sonic guys and stuff pretty soon.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, it'd be good to get their input because they still do their daily. I think it's daily or maybe multi-week show on.
Hey, you gotta respect that.
Yeah, they're still doing the show and stuff like that, and then some of them have worked within the Sonic Foundation, and they quit right away. The founder of Goggles worked in it for a while, and then he was like, "They're not listening at all."
Dude, to be honest, from some of the people that worked there, it sounded worse than most companies. Because when I was a recruiter, you'd hear all the gossip of what's happening in a company and all that shit. You're like, oh, it really sucks to work at Walmart, headquarters or whatever, right? In certain countries and stuff like that. But bro, the Sonic stuff is just so horrendous. I'm just they literally don't even know how to run a company.
Yeah,
they have zero idea how to run a company.
Basically, they just the CEO just quit, and essentially Sonic went back to the board of directors, which is Andre. So they just okay. If I were to give it a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, basically Andre was trying to get them to do an upgrade he wanted them to do on Sonic, so they can launch Flying Tulip on Sonic,
which they did launch recently, right?
Yeah, they did. I think they did. They launched the partial of it. There's there's a partial thing, but it launched. And they didn't listen. So basically he's like, all right, if you Andre was shocked, basically, allegedly that you didn't want to upgrade so I can have Flying Tulip on chain. Fine. Fuck you guys. I'll launch on Ethereum. And then now this guy got fired. Now went to the board of directors, and it's all him and his homies who run the board, who run Sonic. So it's very likely they'll get the upgrade they want now because it's the emergency wartime powers. I guess and then they just pass whatever they need to pass basically. So That's what I've been hearing. Okay, so I don't know, but that's the big chisme right now. And Sonic is Andre basically is running it now from the shadows again, basically. Yeah.
So running into the ground twice.
But we made money on Phantom. We bought Phantom at 16 cents. We made money on it, and then let's just say it was a big. Let's just say the thing came apart. Let's just say it came apart, right? Since there's a big gravitation back to Ethereum, the top projects on Sonic would move over to Ethereum and move over to Base. A lot of them are actually talking about they're opening a second. They're still on Sonic, but they're going to open a secondary
there's quality
shop.
projects built on it, so they would want to pivot.
Correct. So the Shadow team is very strong. They'll be fine. They've already white labeled already the shadow decks on other blockchains, and they've done pretty well, and they're still running and making money. So they'll be able to move over to a new chain basically, no problem if they need to. And it's very likely it's going to be Base when it happens, because the incentives are going to be huge when the token launches. So there's that as well. The beats
isn't that funny?
I know.
It'll basically be along with Aerodrome.
Yeah, I know they'll be the dark horse.
Oh, that's funny.
And then also Beats will be fine as well. There's actually been talks about Beats merging with the leftover of Velodrome. Oh no, sorry, no. I'm sorry. There's Beats that's co-run by the people in there. So both the teams are talking about
merge, combining forces.
Combining forces, because they've already done that already in the past.
But they still have two separate projects.
Yeah, two separate projects, but combining, and then that'll move over to Base. And that's what's happening is that there's basically a migration right now to start. Not that it's happening right now, but like there's already talks of like base expansion and Ethereum L1 expansion.
Base is going to get a lot of play next cycle.
Androstine. I would laugh if that's really his name. Fuck, that's so funny. Androstine. Is that really what? Please tell me that's his first name. Oh, that'd be incredible, bro.
I doubt it.
That'd be funny though. But oh my god. Oh. Yeah, but no. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on there and stuff. But the thing is like I get now. I'm blaming them because they fumbled. They fumbled pretty bad, but I would really say the last 6 months they fumbled. They did pretty good for the first.
They're almost fumbling as hard as the Chicago Bears are with the city of Chicago.
I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I don't know. I just I figured I'd just throw it in there.
There is the team leaving
to Indiana.
No.
Well, I mean, not a guaranteed yet, but it's looking like it.
Yikes.
So I mean, I don't know. That's a generational fumble right there.
Yeah,
God damn.
Chicago fucking up on that one.
Yeah,
that's not good. That's not good at all. But what? Sorry, that just fucking killed my train of thought. That was so insane. Such a fumble, but like they did really well, and like we made money on projects there and stuff like that. But like the token just that's what happens if the L1 token keeps going down, it will drag other tokens down with it because that's how liquidity pools work. Mm-hmm. Also, as the tokens go down, some people may just sell off positions and just be in cash. There's still a ton of the amount of USDC keeps growing on chain on Sonic. So there's people. The other conspiracy theory. So there's these other conspiracy theories, basically that the Sonic Foundation and the Sonic people in the background are trying to get the Sonic price as low as possible so they can buy up the whole supply up. Because one problem they've had since the beginning of Phantom is that Phantom IPO'd in Korea. It came out. The VCs just said, fuck this, we're out. And then Andre took the whole thing over, but like they had to use their own money. So they really only controlled like a couple, like 5% or less of the supply. And that's why they were offering, hey, you can OTC us and we'll sell you. Like they were trying to get 3 Arrows Capital why like you could buy as much of like Phantom for like 2 cents or 1.5 cents. We'll sell you as much as you want. And it was one of the few ones they passed. That was a huge fumble pass because that was like 100x plus at the time, because I think it went over $3. But that's one of the speculations there too, because like there's been a huge migration of continuing of like tens of millions of dollars of USDCs been going back on Sonic, just sitting there. So like there's
money, yeah.
There's money. So I would imagine they're gonna like boom and just pump one day, and then people, and maybe they'll rug it from there or whatever. But like,
I wonder how many projects this cycle were like, well, it looks like this cycle is going to be trash anyways. Let's just like rug the community, take as much money as we can. We'll put it into the bottom next cycle.
Many.
I know.
A lot.
This is like, that's one of them that's like high on the list, but I'm like, how many of them are just never coming back? You know what I'm saying?
I am. No.
I mean, Richard Hart's one of the ones you're asking that question mark on for sure.
I don't think he's dumping, but there's like there's whales from the big sacks that are doing it. That's really what I mean. It's there's that character, and then there's a couple other ones in there that just been bad actors and stuff like that that've been doing it. I mean, it is what it is, but like that's what happens. Like, yes, we have to be really careful who gets that much percentage of the supply. It's very dangerous, That's, I mean, I understand. I don't like what he did, but like I understand why he didn't accept any Pulse Chain coins for the newest project, because he would have the same problem with that token eventually.
Right.
Yeah. Miguel Steen. But damn, dude, that's a crazy fucking thought right there, man. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, man. The crypto mindset course is going live very soon.
Oh yeah, baby.
You want to talk about when we're thinking about going live on that?
What do you mean?
With the sales for the crypto mindset course?
Yeah, that'll be live on Friday the 13th. Lucky day in crypto, which will be when we go on Fresh and Fit for, I don't know what we want. We don't call that Money Friday. What do we call that?
It's just the Friday show. The Friday show.
Yeah.
And then we'll be on Money Mondays.
We'll be on Money Monday after that as well, which is what? The 15th?
Yeah, the 15th, I think.
Yeah, so we'll go on those 2 dates. We'll be on Fresh and Fit. That's been confirmed. And then, what do you call it?
Oh, the 16th. I'm sorry, the 16th. Yeah.
Oh, 16th. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to be on the 305 podcast, I believe, on Sunday.
Probably
the 15th. Yeah.
Yep,
So
yep.
we're gonna do a bunch of shows down there. So we're gonna do an independent GG show with him.
And to be honest, it'd be a good time to be in Miami. Spring break is what I heard.
Hey.
Y'all
ready for the haters? I've been ready, bro. It's
yeah. Let's go, baby.
It's crazy, but like but they're only hating. It's just because I mean, here's a lot of people fell for like. Now we didn't ever recommend this, but there's a lot of guys I've seen in those chats that just jumped into the whole Hyperliquid and Aster leverage trading fiasco that happened there, and people got fucked on leverage trading, which we've always said forever. Don't leverage trade. Don't do it. Like accumulate tokens that you like, and we try to get multiples on it, and then cut your losses if it's just not working out. But some people, like a lot of people, are pushed into leverage trading because they're trying to gamble, or they're on Polymarket just losing all their money on stupid bets.
Yeah.
If you want to throw like $100 on this thing and that thing, it's no money. But like you're throwing 10, like the shit, like there's stuff like we're like, okay, it's for sure money, Miguel. You put $10,000. If it hits, it's gonna hit. You're gonna make $5,000, or you're gonna make like 12,000. The one time it doesn't hit, you're gonna spend almost like 2 months hitting these small little gives in order to make your fucking interest back. And if you get another one wrong, oh my God, that is the one. Like I heard someone say this, and it's actually very accurate. Is that Polymarket doesn't create any money. Yeah, it's not, I won't say it's zero sum. Whatever money's put up into the pot, it just gets redistributed to the guys who win the bet, but there's no wealth creation.
Yeah, it sounds like a shitty poker game. Yeah,
where like crypto and equities are actual wealth creation over time, because they actually make everybody in the. It's a positive feedback loop where this is more of a. It's kind of neutral. It's a neutral sort of like it's a self-encapsulating circle. It's neutral. The money is just flowing here and there, and I like it. I like watching prediction markets. Are cool, but like same thing with like sports gambling in a way. It's really like it's the same money. There isn't more money being created. Like with tokens. If Ethereum goes to $10,000,
then it does incentivize insider trading. So you do get a little,
and they want it too. They want it for yeah.
When they got somebody to go after.
I expected my puts, and then that's a lot of people. I mean, it's bear market haters. We get this all the time. It's okay, it's like even me, like my lowest call for Bitcoin this cycle, like I said 138. I was close, but like we didn't hit 138. Like it just didn't happen, and that's the only thing I was like, God damn, that's horrible, man. Like it should have at least hit that like we should have at least on the chart hit a 2x on the last all time high, and you're like all right, it's a 2x, but it's close enough. I mean, we're within, it's close enough, but like you would just for the story, you'd want a nice round like it hit 140. Okay, and they rug. You're like, yeah, that's about right. Yeah,
super gay.
Because like in the last cycle, right, like we hit like a 3x and some change, basically, almost like a 3.5x. It went from 20 grand to 69.
Yeah,
it was a 3.5.
Hey, it wasn't everything we wanted it to be, but it was enough. Yeah.
So okay, we'll say this. So if we hit 126 and we're being very conservative with the gains, do you think Bitcoin will at least do a 50% from the 126?
Oh yeah, which would be what plus another
60?
So 180.
180. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I'd say that's for sure. But
Cashy rug, that's also another thing too. Cashy and Polymarket is that some of these some of the descriptions are weird. Like you won the bet.
Oh no, it's just like they're all semantics.
It's semantics.
It's such like, bullshit. Yeah, that's where I'm like, okay, if they're like, okay, we're gonna fight over the definition of this word, and what we say is like basically, God, right? So,
oh my God, look at Mike right here. Cashy rugged me. I put 1,000 on the Ayatollah being taken out by March 1st. They didn't pay me out because he was killed.
So did they have the words taken out?
Yeah. Or like
basically he would be out, right?
Basically they're like, they thought government coup.
There's got to be some class action lawsuits.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, there's going to be some class action lawsuits on Kalshi and Polymarket the next few years for sure.
They need to put a disclaimer like this is how you get paid. He cannot be killed in red letters. Boom, boom. Like there has to be that. Like,
and then there has to be like, okay, if there's a gray space case here, then all bets are null and void or something like that. So that way they just give everybody their money back.
Where they're going to get in trouble is like since we didn't pay these people out, like hey, he was just killed. How much of the money they keep? Because obviously they're market making a little bit. Like they're like just like a.
It's like we just gonna take this old bot Yeah, don't mind me.
Because they're playing their own book as well, just like any other company. So like, because like they
just like Axiom, or what was it?
It was a
Axiom.
Axiom, but the first one was like, what was it?
Morpheus?
No.
Yeah, I already forgot.
Yeah. But whatever. That's Solana lending protocol or whatever. Like,
yeah.
It ended up being Axiom or whatever. And then at one point, like it was a 70% chance it was that one. And then it moved over to, and like Axiom was 13%. And then eventually it jumped up after like people like sold this off and then, did all that and stuff. Would he be out as a supreme leader, then put 2 disclaimers saying that he would have to be out at a fair price or refund? Yeah, if they at least refunded it, like, but like they're keeping the money. And that's what I'm saying is like, but I get it on these, like they just need to create these rules like to be better. And that's
it just has to be extremely clear. Like
there has to be legislation on that. Yeah. Like that's ridiculous. It's like the Padres won, but like they didn't win the way you like. It's hard with the Padres.
It's almost like the NFL rules these days, right? It's like there's so much, so much gray space. No, that wasn't.
Oh no, that wasn't it.
No, but there's so much gray space that they basically can cook the game, or they can push it in the direction that they want to.
Yeah, and the crazy part is like Kashi is Robinhood, and like even Robinhood, as much as I do like Robinhood, I like the stock and stuff. They let Citadel do what they needed to do to not allow GameStop to fucking stomp a ton of like funds out. Which is bullshit because it's supposed to be open market. They decided to fucking own more shares than actually existed in humanity. So they deserve, if by the laws of the free market, they deserve to be fucking annihilated and crushed. They should. I mean, they could have lost. I mean, they should at least let it to the point where they lost $100 billion just so they fucking feel it in their ass. And that's the whole thing is like you cannot allow the derivatives to get to such a point where like there's more derivatives than outstanding shares. That's just you can't like. That has to be zero sum in a way. Like you can't have more like the same thing too, like that, like all the stuff that like JP Morgan was doing where there's more paper, silver and gold and there's actually gold and silver in existence is ridiculous to suppress prices. That's why like they took a $6 billion hit to get out of that trade so they wouldn't get stomped out and stuff. So like they made billions and billions over like, I mean, they've been making money on that since like 2010 on silver forever. And they're like, yeah, this is about to go above 100. They took the hit early and got out. And then so many other funds got crushed.
The one crypto influencer who's recently come back but he rebranded to Macro.
Okay.
Well, not exactly Macro, but like just finance in general was, do you remember, what was it? It was Crypto Daily. He's a meme.
Really?
He's the meme guy, the kind of chubbier guy.
Yeah.
He just came back with a couple of videos and some shorts or whatever in like the last 1 week. But he deleted every crypto video on his entire channel ever. Damn. But he still, talks about Bitcoin and like, predatory practices of banks and stuff like that.
Whatever's safe that he can't get in trouble with.
Right. But he's still getting views or whatever. So I was like, okay, interesting pivot. But I'm like, what is he coming back to this market fucking mean? Right. Because he's one of those guys who was like pretty big in 2017. But we kind of, we had Murad come out of nowhere this cycle as well. Yeah. There's like every once in a while there's these people from 2017 who are just coming back out of nowhere.
You see the bear market. I'm getting so lean right now. That's all you need to know. They said the bull market's not on. As Miguel gets fatter, the bull run's getting fatter.
We just get one of those pictures that's just like every tweet or like we just add more.
Dude, the bear market was so bad. Miguel got a 6-pack. Fuck, that was a bad bear market. Holy shit, dude.
Hey, but great for our health.
Yeah, watch it. The next bear, dude. Please, no. I hope not. That's but like, imagine in 29, like I'm like 300 pounds again.
Jesus.
I'm just yo-yoing depending on the Miguel weight index is super accurate.
Just like the fear of greed.
Yeah, fear of greed. Oh my god, bro. We need a bulk. No, dude. I'm still leaning. I'm trying to lean out more, man. I am still like I'm dealing with like this fucking like this bone right here. I must have a hairline fracture or something right here. Because it's not muscle. It's like I had this muscle one. This one's healed already. Thank God. So like I don't have pain doing this anymore. That's good. Shout out to the peptides.
I can raise my arms above my shoulders. That's great.
Yeah. No. It's with weight. Like no matter how much.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you just meant in general.
Yeah, with weight. Like once I got above like 100 pounds or like 135, as soon as I got above 135, Like I started feeling like I started.
I see.
It started
Okay.
Yeah, it started like, oh man.
So you're just a strain.
Yeah, I'm having this weird thing where like when I get in my car, you know how like you like we're big guys. We get in cars, you kind of like you have to hunch your shoulder in and you get in. When I hunch my shoulder in, my fucking bone like right here goes like, I was like, God damn! And then
they got these things called X-rays these days, Miguel.
Nah, that's gay. That's gay.
But to be honest, what are you going to do about it? You can't really do anything about that.
No, it's What am I going to do? Like drink milk? Like that's like what I have to like Cambodian titty milk. If anyone has the plug, let me know.
Hey, heard it's good.
Yeah, let's see. Miguel has the built-in excuse.
Better straight from the source. I heard that's more beneficial.
I know. I'm training right now for that fucking training session at the Crypto Mindset meetup because everyone's like making it such a big deal now. Like, God damn it, I gotta like do it now. But like we're gonna have during the Crypto Mindset course, we will have the tickets up for sale for the Crypto Mindset meetup.
Yep.
We pretty much like signed the deals ready for the hotel and stuff. We're ready to announce it, but like we'll announce it during the CMC once it started. Ozempic Miguel will be the end of the bear market. You know, Ozempic makes you skinnier. You know that, right?
They meant like the what do you call it? Like the caved out face.
What do you mean?
You know, like the Ozempic look.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Where you got like you just like lose all your fat off your face.
That's not good. Yeah. But like, all right, not health advice, you guys. Right?
You got to zoom in on this one, Kyle.
You have to zoom in a little bit on this one. Give me the demon voice, Kyle.
You're supposed to take steroids with Ozempic so you don't lose your muscle. Pro tip.
The more you know.
The more you know, man. Also, like, I don't know why people are bulking with Tren, which is ridiculous. That's a crazy one with me. Is like you're like basically if I'm leaning down, like basically like once I'm like 220, that's when I'm supposed to probably get on Tren. Just because like you basically will not lose any muscle on it. Essentially,
you gain muscle.
You gain muscle, but if you're in a heavy deficit, you'll basically protect your muscle and you'll look even more jacked. Basically, Reta's way better, bro. Like GLP-3 Reta, bro. Like it works. Like I've got family members that got on them. They have literally like gone from diabetic to pre-diabetic. Anecdotal, but it's real. It's real. And you're probably better off with tirzepatide than Ozempic, man. Like honestly, like because at least that I think that has like it's like a GLP-2, but a lot of people are actually taking Reta and then low dosing tirzepatide because like Reta it like it's more of a fat burner really because it's the GIP and the glucagon basically turns you into a fat burning machine. Yeah. And then it's got the Ozempic part is actually the smallest part in there. So like it will hurt your stomach a little bit. So you'll slow down digestion and it's an appetite suppressor, but it's not as strong as Ozempic. Ozempic actually just crushes your stomach. It doesn't do anything else. It just crushes your appetite and slows down your digestion tract versus like the Reta is much more of a fat burner with a little bit of appetite suppressant. People are adding like Reta and then taking a little bit of like the appetite suppressing one like tirzepatide to like for people who just can't control night cravings. And that one is getting people like retardedly lean. But like some people but the average person that's taking these drugs are fat as fuck and don't work out. You're also supposed to take a certain amount of protein. Like it's one thing I had to get my dad like to take. He had to start taking. He had to eat much more red meat and much more, adding like extra portions of protein in the meal. And like, I had to like fight tortillas from his hands, but like, that's a real thing. Or add an extra protein shake. Like you should an extra 50 to 100 extra grams of like protein is going to help you from losing muscle during like advanced weight loss and stuff. See, Miguel's just speaking fast. Whoa. Is the camera shaking?
Is there an earthquake going on? Camera shaking? Nah, Miguel's speaking fast. So
but it's true. I'm shaking the whole floor.
You have the Sam Bankman-Fried tick.
Is that really? Oh,
well, you know where he's like buzzing like during the interview.
No. I think nowadays we have to do the new. Who's the guy who runs what's called Palantir?
I don't know the name of the guy. But we met him.
But that guy's insane. That guy goes crazy. Shout out to him. That's a stim junkie. Palantir, yeah.
You just get it from the the caffeine.
Alex Karp, yeah. I mean, literally, like you know how much caffeine's in a Trenta? It's a lot.
If I remember right, it's 450 or 500.
It's a lot of milligrams of caffeine and stuff, and nicotine.
Hey, don't give away the trade secrets.
Don't give away the trade. No, I better not. But I'm not doing like
straight to meth. No,
but I don't know how people like. I like this brand. I like Velo and stuff as an example. But like Zins, they're actually all the brands release the nicotine at different rates. Believe it or
really?
not, you can throw it. Yeah, you can throw it. Like right, like a Zin right here, right? Like a Zin, right? This is a coffee flavored. They have 6 Kyle. This brand is a fast release, so it's like a donkey punch. The nicotine hits you very fast. It burns out, so it burns out kind of fast as well.
What's the lowest?
3s.
Okay, there's smaller ones. Other companies have like
some companies have 2 or 1s. I've never seen them but like if you're going to like a convenience store, 3 is about the smallest you're going to find.
Okay,
basically, unless you go to Patches or something.
Well, because that's like the nicotine packets, right?
Lozenges are pretty good.
Yeah, here you go, Kyle. Damn, nice catch, Kyle. But like I like 3s just because it's a little kick and it's fine, and it's like it's very like if you get it, like you can just
kind of mellow.
It's mellow, and then that's it. You can let it go, right? 6s is like I've seen people where like 6s or 9s. That's where the addiction starts getting because like you'll have one because it's also delicious. It is delicious. Especially if you get the right flavor, and then you'll just pop one for fun, and then by the time you look at it, you did 3 in one day. So now like you're doing like 18 milligrams of nicotine in a day.
Yeah,
and then it starts getting like ridiculous at some point because then motherfuckers out here are taking Russian made 12s and 15s.
As you do.
Oh, yeah, get on the 30s. Yeah, I've seen that. Oh my god, bro! Like people are taking. Like I thought. Like I'm like nicotine noob here. I've only seen like the highest I've ever seen was a 9, and then I saw these weird Russian made brands that look like Grizzlies, 12, 15s, and 30s. I'm like, wow, dude. And
that's when you go elk hunting.
Yeah, it's insane. Where like you're just like, holy fuck, bro! Like you're like. Like this is more like I'm doing more for a nootropic and a little pick me up at most, and that's it. And you can stop. And there's like I never feel like I like sometimes go a days without using them. And it's like, oh yeah, you know what? I'll just like I'm feeling a little tired today. I'll just take one for the show so I can just wake up a little bit. I'm a little tired, and that's it.
The real trick right here. If you're smoking or doing anything like that, like actually smoking weed, and you need to wake the fuck up, and even that high out, pop a 6, pop 2 of them, fucking get you out.
When I'm on 30s, it's not. No, stop. You're on. Are you actually doing 30, dude?
Dude, high blood pressure maxing facts.
Are you actually doing 30, dude? That's fucking crazy, dude. Because you're not having one. You're just not like I almost never meet anyone who just does one. It doesn't happen. It's incredible in alcohol. Don't do it. But I will say this though, like the first time I ever like I was drunk as fuck one time at the roulette table, and this guy's like. I saw him taking them, and like I was like, "Can I have one of those? Let me try one." I felt like, "Let me try one." It was so delicious. Like and then I remember I was at the point where like I don't drink that much, but this time I was like fucking on one, dude. And literally, I was like, "Whoa!" And it like I sobered up. I was like, and I locked them back in. Oh, fuck off, dude.
These are 32 mg.
32s, bro.
Here, let me put this up.
Oh man, we got to put these up, Kyle. This is insane, dude. There's a will. These
are the strongest. They have 35, 32s, and 40.
Oh my fucking!
So the new sponsor of the channel.
They got the Lich from fucking regular show, no, Adventure Time.
Adventure Time.
They got the Lich on there. That's insane, dude. What flavor is that? Let me see this.
Mango hard, raspberry, energy, mint, evil berry, cola. Strawberry cheesecake.
Strawberry cheesecake.
Frosted ice.
50 milligram?
But they say in the 30 milligrams, so I don't.
How to get addicted to nicotine in 1 week.
In one fuck. This would do it, bros.
This will make you, if this is your first time taking a pouch, taking these.
That would make you throw up.
This will make you throw up.
You will throw. Look, I did this one time. I did this on stream one time. This was an accident. Like, by the way. No. I didn't throw up. But like, so we were on stream right here, like maybe 4 or 5 months ago. I smoked a cigar. And I finished the cigar, and then I decided, my stupid ass. I think Kyle, you only had some 6s here, so I took a 6. So I took a 6. Within 10 minutes, I got Nick sick, and then Charlie was talking off camera, and I was like, oh, I threw it off, and I was I walked off, and I was splashing water in my face, going, what the fuck did I do to myself? It took me like legit 8 minutes to like, sober up, and then go back and like, I was like, oh no, dude, that was insane, dude.
Yeah. For some reason, for me, like of all substances and stuff, nicotine and what is it? What's it? Caffeine. Like those ones, like they affect me differently than they do like a lot of people.
Yeah,
It's really weird. Like like if you give me a cigarette, for example, like it doesn't affect me almost at all.
Yeah, I've seen Charlie with one drag, the whole thing, and
but like what do you call it? With cigars, you actually feel it. Right?
Yeah.
But like it takes that much, and it takes like a Zyn or whatever to actually feel it. But then like I don't know, my body doesn't really like accept it that well. So I'm like, thank God, like I'm not prone to being addicted to nicotine.
Right.
This is a win, right?
Everybody is different, and like
everybody's prone to something, right? Like, okay, you're gonna go more towards sugar, you're gonna go more towards nicotine, you're gonna go more towards caffeine, or whatever it is, right? Or you're gonna go more towards fucking meth, like crack cocaine, whatever,
smoke a cigarette,
whatever suits your fancy, right? But like, yeah, I think it's interesting when you get somebody like that addicted to nicotine, though. Like it is one of the hardest things to actually like wean yourself off of, basically, because
you left the nootropic side. It's straight up addiction.
What do people usually get in terms of like no in terms of like a what do you call it, like a withdrawal effect?
From nicotine?
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
Many times. Irritation. You could start getting. I mean, kind of depends on you, right? Because some people experience hot flashes, shit like that.
Okay.
It depends on how like severe you were really addicted, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, with patches, I think they get you addicted or not patches, but those types of pouches or whatever, they probably get you addicted way faster.
I think vapes do more.
There is so there's sometimes like people. There's also like an oral fixation or basically a you know how I told you like I use a text to speech a lot just because it's become a habit. Some people get the habit of like.
Yeah,
this becomes the habit.
Just the actual
and then people the vape too, which looks scary.
You got to ladder out. If you're gonna be doing that, you got to ladder out.
And that's why the nicotine. You know, I recommend nicotine pouches if you're trying to kick addiction because
I think this guy has a problem.
I get dizzy if I don't.
Time to go get some.
Michael has it right. You're not looking badass
anymore. Yeah, dude. Whoa, dude. Like, hey, bro. If you come to the CMC, I will give you. Of course, I hope you're over the age of 21, but I'll literally give you the multi steps to kick it off. That's too much, dude. You need to stop, dude.
It's like time to stop.
My football coach had that little like the personal mods, like those vapes that you could have. He had 100 milligrams salt nick. Yeah, fucking disgusting. I'm like, oh my god.
And that's the problem with like the control. Like you have to have detox days. Like there's days like believe it or not, you guys. I know that believe it or not. If I'm not streaming, I'm not really drinking coffee. I go out of my way to kind of like
literally. I drank more caffeine just because of streaming than I've ever had in my entire life.
The last CMC me and Charlie did, I bought a fucking 32 pack of Celsiuses and I went through all of them.
Yeah,
before the CMC ended. Before the fucking CMC ended, dude.
Yep.
Oh no, dude.
The amount of money that goes into Celsius is
bro.
in Red Bulls and coffee.
Sponsor us, dogs.
Yeah, we need that. Yeah,
Celsius. That was probably.
I would legit. We'd be great. We'd be great. I mean, like, hey, bro. I mean, it's delicious. They're great. You know, like, they are. They're delicious. They're great and stuff. Obviously,
they're better.
Get rid of the guava flavor. The guava flavor sucks, dudes. You guys need to retire that flavor. It's trash. It tastes like throw up sometimes.
Yeah.
To me, like. I can't drink the guava flavor anymore, and it's like 1/3 of the every pack you get has the guava flavor, and I just like fucking like you guys want them, I don't like throw them away.
Subway has a Celsius sponsorship.
Yeah, I talk about peptides in the Citadel and stuff, so I talk about all the looks max and stuff and all that stuff in there, bodybuilding in there because we get questions. It's about ascending as well, like we're talking about financially, mentally, spiritually, body, and your physical body, but like I do talk about all that stuff in there. I don't. I'm not gonna like no one's gonna tell you like where to buy shit, bros. Like you'll get demonetized. Like you get no, dude. There's the biggest account.
I heard of this one place called the Silk Road that's pretty popular.
Charlie fuck bro.
I heard you can pay in Bitcoin, bro.
Cold Celsius all the time.
Cold, bro.
But there's certain flavors like the cola flavor is really good. The orange juice flavor is really good. You can drink those at room temp and they're fine. But like there was that whole time I was sick and shit. All I could drink is room temperature, and they're okay.
Cherry cola thing.
Yeah, the cherry cola is good too. Yeah. There's one flavor I forgot. There's like one that's the grape flavor, black as that is like really decent. Actually,
the which one?
There's a grape flavor Celsius.
Oh, really?
You can only buy it. It's always in the most ghetto convenience stores. Yeah. They never sell it anywhere else, bro.
There's a green apple cherry. That's really good.
Yeah. You might as well talk drugs.
Yeah, we already tried crypto.
We might as well. Yeah.
Talk about drugs.
Yeah. I mean, we don't honestly stay away from Adderall. Honestly, it's it's crazy. You don't want to be like Zerka, bro. Where Zerka had to take 60 milligrams of fucking Adderall, dog.
That guy just doesn't know how to manage.
Yeah, he's better now. Thank God. But
it's like brain chemistry. It's like you fuck with that too much, and bro,
he was here and he was just like, I need to find some. Do you guys know where to buy Adderall? No, I don't. He was like, you guys live in Las Vegas. You guys should have a plug. I don't. I don't know where to buy Adderall. What the fuck? He found somebody. I don't know how. Of course he did. And then he was taking the largest pills they sell in the United States, which are 30s, which are these fucking. They look almost like a horse pill, but flat. And he took 2 of them. He's like, I went on Bradley Martin in that episode where I went super viral. And he's like, I took 2 of them. I was so locked in. It was so crazy. But then he would take these pills. And then after we streamed with him and we talked to him for hours, he went on the strip and walked the strip for fucking 5 hours live streaming because he was so
cracked out.
Yeah. You guys, and one cool thing I will say about the peptide stuff is a bunch of them just got legalized under RFK. 14 of them, it's 14 for sure. There's 5 more, but BPC 157 and TB 500 got legalized. So you're gonna be able to buy them at a pharmacy with prescription now. So there's now basically it stopped them from here. I've got the post on my. Just give me a minute, Kyle. But these things are really good. This is what I used to kind of heal my shoulder up and stuff.
To be honest, if you look at most markets. The illegal trading markets actually are always much more efficient than the legalized ones. If you look at the marijuana industry, you look at the drug industry in general. It's damn, even you got all of these fucking dispensaries and still the illegal shit's better. Goddamn.
Yeah, I mean this is why if you want to be in the in terms of health and stuff now, you have to do it responsibly with open. Don't be stupid. But the bodybuilders are at the pinnacle of everything. When it comes to health, drugs, everything, because they only can use shit that works. It has to work. They don't use anything that actually has a placebo effect. No, it has to work because if it doesn't, they won't use it. Right. So the bodybuilders are all on Retta. They're all using testosterone.
What's Retta?
Retta Truth. It's the most advanced level of Ozempic. It's Ozempic is the horse shit they're giving the fucking. Yeah, it's right now everyone in the United States is using V1. Yeah. The bodybuilders are on V3 already. V4 actually technically. There's one called Omega Tide. So they've gone. Retta is so good that now they're just making custom versions of it where they add a little extra thing or this thing basically. But they're you want to be in the head of everything. Just follow bodybuilders, and you're the head of the drug game.
Yeah, that's actually a good point there. Shishio says they have to be efficient in illegal markets. Because since it's illegal, your only way to get clients is your reputation. Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Exactly. But
so you're saying crypto should have never gone mainstream in Wall Street? Damn it.
I'm trying to find where I had this.
You always find a way to bring it back to crypto.
Always have to find. RFK Jr.
And during this entire show, Bitcoin's price has moved 30 cents. Literally, I'm watching the chart here the whole show.
It moved 30 cents?
It hasn't done shit. I don't even know if 30, it's not realistic, but it's probably moved a couple $100. I'm God damn, Bitcoin is reminding me of the second half of 2018. Just watching paint dry. You're just the fuck is this thing doing, bro?
Yeah.
Absolutely goddamn nothing.
Share the screen, Kyle. So here it is. So this is the peptide list. So 14 of the 19 bad peptides will basically be allowed to be compounded back in the United States. So BPC 157, the big ones. This one is really cool, right? This is the copper peptide. So GHKCU, right? This is the copper thing, and these are essentially amino acids. This is another one right here too, as well. Is basically that's for weight loss. KPV is a huge one. That's if you have stomach problems. Allegedly, this actually will solve a lot of stomach problems, like stomach acid. I actually did this one on a peptide that was fused with 4 different peptides. I stopped getting stomach acid. It went away.
Yeah, there's
anecdotal. That's me. It's only me. But
there's several things in the market that can do that. Yeah.
This one's insane. That one. All right. So this one.
And like, how long is the list of side effects for most of these?
Pretty low. Pretty low. Basically, it's,
Okay.
you're supposed to like use them for like BPC 157. You're not supposed to permablast this for years. You basically, I've got an injury. You take it for a while, and then once the injury is kind of healed up, you maybe do it one more week, and you stop, and that's it. Like you're not. Any of these are not supposed to be. There is like a small case, or maybe you could say on this one for like a year, but like none of these are like supposed to use forever or like you without breaks and stuff. Like no one's really doing that except for like retards. But melanotan, this one right here is basically if you're a white guy that can't tan, this also has an effect. You inject it, you will stop. It will make you not as hungry anymore, and it will allow you to tan without being in the sun. So basically, like watch it. Like go back to full screen right now, right?
So you say this is how I get black?
No. It wouldn't make you black. Well, I mean, if you did it for like 5 years, you would. Yeah.
Joke, yeah.
You would in 5 years. You would be as black. Charlie would be as black as this in 5 years. 5 years. Yeah.
I'm going fresh level black.
Charlie's going. But melanotan 2 does work. It's only people who use it are white people or very fair skinned people. There's no need for anyone that's brown or black to use it because you already have the tan. It won't work. So like
you get me looking like a Jeet though.
No. You would basically look like an Australian guy that tans. That's how you look. Yeah. But for guys who have a lot more Irish DNA or anything like that, or a more kind of UK DNA, like they just don't tan well, you would take it. You would just have to go 10 minutes in the sun, and then once a week, and then you would slowly start, like your whole body will start tanning.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds usually the only difference with those guys is usually they burn before that point.
Yeah. So and it's also really cool too because this finally is a way to tan without getting skin cancer and damage.
Or it slows it down.
No, it's because it's
not going to prevent it fully, but
you're not supposed to be in the sun. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, but like basically the tanning is really bad for your skin. So now you can actually get a natural tan without creating all these fucking like the crow's eyes and like these like people who are out in the sun all day. It's not good for your skin. It's not. Now there's the vitamin D side of it, which is very good, but you eventually will cause it. If you're always in the sun, it's very bad. Like that's what all the landscapers and stuff. Like we were covered up. Like I was covered up all the time. I had long sleeves all day. I had a big ass hat covering my skin, and I still wouldn't. My hands were like black. They're not black anymore, but they used to be dark as fuck. My neck was literally black.
Took like at least a year and a half.
For me to lighten up.
Go back to the Richard Hart interview on your channel, and that's where you.
Yeah, and that was a nice tannish, but like there's points in my life where I was darker than that. Darker.
Do you get freckles or not freckles, but like moles?
I would say mole. I would probably say I was getting freckles when I was younger. And then I think I created a certain level of melanin in my skin. I would say I probably moles. I would say
because that's the thing with a lot of people, right? Is like they get some sort of what do you call it, splotch mark that they don't like,
and stuff like. But it kind of all went away and stuff like that. My skin's clearing up, but like I still have a little bit because I had it. It happened. You go back to the thing one more time. So like just to finish up the list here, I don't really use any of this. This stuff right here is like. Basically, it's like you can take it and it allows your body naturally to create more growth hormone and IGF-1. But like honestly, it's kind of weak compared to growth hormone. You just do growth hormone, but like Moxie, this is like the big one right here, where like people who are having energy problems, they take this for 4 weeks, and it kind of repairs a lot of like the infrastructure in your body that to allow the transportation of ATP, which is like cell energy. I've tried it. I have not felt that much better, honestly. But I had like I would do it for 3 days and I forget, and then I do it again. Like, but like still would have some effect. I haven't felt like this huge surge of energy or nothing like that. So it could be that like I'm getting more of the benefit from like growth hormone and that stuff than I am the Moxie. But C-Max, this is a Russian-made nootropic that works really works. It helps the synapses in your brain process, so you can actually learn things faster taking this drug. And it can be taken either injected in the stomach or through a nasal spray, and it's pretty safe actually because there's like fucking 25 years of data on it. The thing is, it got created in the 90s in Russia, and because of the whole thing, there's this like the Western side didn't do it because it's Russian. So now it's just like, hey, we've been doing this forever, and it's coming out, and then so it's being allowed now, basically. And most of these other ones you wouldn't try, like any of this crap. No. And the GLP is like that. That's this one right here would be, that would be trisepatide, which is like Ozempic mixed in with like glucagon or GIP, basically. Which right now GLP-3 is going to come out, and that's going to be legal, and that's going to be out in a year, basically a year or two. So like right now they're trying to you can take us back now.
This is like the cooking list for Walter White, right?
Yeah.
No.
But like these are all for health ones and like recovery and stuff like that and like weight loss. But that's the next step though. The thing is, none of these drugs right here that I showed it here build muscle. They do not. They're all for weight loss. So there's no escaping steroids if you're going to go for that route. But like for weight loss, they really do work. But like there's cost of it. Like the one thing I've heard badly that could, like they say 1 in 100,000 people who try Ozempic maybe could experience some loss of eyesight, not blindness, but like
loss of eyesight. God damn.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Because basically, they ignore it. So like what happens, they'll take it. They're losing so much weight. They're like, they don't notice like, oh yeah, my eyes are getting a little fuzzy in the day, and they just keep doing it. And then, people, but like, because it's like in their brains, like until like, it's stupid. Basically if you ever take the stuff and you ever feel like, it's a little, stop it and it can reverse. Basically, you just stop it. You don't just like, I have to continue my cut. No, fat ass, just do more cardio and fucking don't eat at night, basically. And then the other ones too is like melanotan. They've said if you take it and you stop it, like let's just say if you took it, Charlie, for like, let's just say a month and you stopped, you would reverse back in 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
But there's some people that push it to the limit. Like you may not go as white as you used to be anymore ever. Like you might be like one shade a little darker, but still white. And that's what you are. That's what it is. But that's why they're saying like people are like, you have to really want that life of like being that tan, basically.
It's like, Sammy Sosa's already whiter than me right now. Right, with all the bleach.
Oh, Sammy Sosa.
Yeah. So
we can take him back.
Like, what stage of Sammy Sosa will I be? But it's the backwards version, right? Like going the opposite route. But
Sammy Sosa goes in jail. He just gets like people just hold him down and then inject him with
bro.
shit.
When I saw Sammy Sosa like bleach his skin and shit, I was like, damn, bro. Like that's kind of sad. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, look at Beyonce. Beyonce's getting whiter and whiter. She was pretty brown and she's pretty light brown now.
Yeah, but that one's like not like.
No, it's not. It's not.
That's
but
not
she's been
crazy.
bleaching. She's been bleaching, bro.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I've heard people say like, what do you call it? She's like, She bleaches her hair and does all that shit all the time. So it's like whatever.
Like I am. If you're already losing eyesight, get LASIK now before you get too old. And LASIK will extend your eyesight probably like 10, 15 years. No one's going to escape glasses at old age, but like
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, everyone needs reading glasses.
Yeah, that's true. Most people.
Yeah, because you don't. Old people, if your eyesight is aging naturally, you lose the ability to read up close. You never lose the ability to see far.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, that's all the old Mexican people that we know from Mexico. They could see, like we go walking with them, and they could point a tree, a little sign across the mountain. And me being 13, I'd be like, I could barely see it. So they were just trained from like so much years. Like you can make your eyesight very strong, but up close, they're like. They couldn't like if you were driving a car, they would struggle with looking at the license plates. So, but there's even risk, even with such a surgery that's done like million times a year, there's still risk even with that. So there's always risks no matter what,
Hey, fucking getting up out of the bed and walking across the street in the morning, there's risk. So, hey, I say all in on Dogecoin, baby. Dogecoin to $1. Let's
you
go.
said you're going to be a Doge maxi, right?
Yeah, I was like, this bear market, I'm going to become a Dogecoin maxi. So that way we just buy as much Dogecoin under 20 cents as you can and then pump it to $1, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. Do you want to show the charts at all? And stuff?
There's literally nothing fucking happening,
but
bro.
Short it on chain. No.
Like I look at the Bitcoin chart and I'm just like,
take us to the 5 minutes, Charlie.
Like it's not 5 minutes boring as hell even. Like that's how bad it is right now on fucking Bitcoin. I'm just like watching it. I'm just like, well, the most volatility we got was the start of a fucking international war that could be the beginning of a domino effect to World War III, and Bitcoin's just like,
yeah,
like god damn, bro. Like if that's not gonna happen, like I guess the only thing to look at would be like where the
Bitcoin went up 5 cents. Woo!
Yeah, exactly, right. But it's just like, yeah, I'd be kind of curious. What year is Dogecoin? Like,
I think it's a snake coin, I believe. Let me check.
But yeah, no, Bitcoin is just like, you're just like, ever since like the whole month of February, bro, was like the most boring month of crypto that I think we've had in quite a long time. Quite a long time. Yeah, that's right, Jose. Yeah, I was like that. Those are bear market signs. That's right. Yep. Will Bitcoin go down? I mean, at this point, at this pace, right? Like nothing's pushing down Bitcoin that much. Like hell, if the start of the war didn't push Bitcoin down that much, the only thing that's gonna basically push Bitcoin down at this point right now, just like where we're at, is pretty much if the S&P loses its range. It's kind of ranging between like its previous all-time high and then like it's kind of like range low recently, and it keeps hitting that range low and then comes bouncing back up, and that's like kind of what's holding Bitcoin up a little bit as well. So if you see the S&P breaking down aggressively, let's say over the beginning of this week, then yeah, you'd probably see Bitcoin do that too. But I think Bitcoin, like they both drop, but Bitcoin would hold up better. Like, which sounds crazy because like the last 4 months has been the exact opposite, but Bitcoin's gotten sold off so much and S&P is closer to its all-time highs. It would probably have a lot more to fall. Not in term, maybe not in terms of exactly percentages, but just relatively speaking.
Right. I hate how Trump does the Friday night. I mean, the Democrats do it. Everyone does it. It's always like they wait for the stock markets to be closed so they have the weekend off. The only problem now is you have the crypto market that's open. That's kind of a now leading indicator of like if crypto starts dumping, usually equities are going to do bad as well.
Yeah.
But crypto kind of pumped and we kind of gave it back, but it's like neutral. So I'd imagine it's going to open up neutral because the collateral damage being done in the
everybody, there's nothing surprising happening.
Yeah,
like,
it's like if it isn't a direct Russia attack or China attack, the world almost doesn't care.
They care for like a week.
Yeah, I mean, the one weird thing is I was surprised Iran attacked a French military base.
Oh, did they now?
Yeah, and then now the French said some of their. I don't know if they have I don't believe they have an air force. What's called a. I know they have battleships, but I don't think they have like an actual like, what is that called? The super carrier, like they're super.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but they like I don't think they have a super carrier and stuff to launch like planes off of, but like I think they send their biggest warship down to like the Middle East down there and stuff. So we'll have to see. Yeah. That's a big one, yeah.
Okay.
Chevron's a good stock, I believe, because they're in Venezuela. Exxon got fucked out of Venezuela, bro. I bet you. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't fired the guy who did the meeting who pissed Trump off because Exxon got completely kiboshed out of anything in Venezuela because they were the one in the meeting that said this isn't financially viable. I think it's like there's no way we can pay for all this infrastructure down here in Venezuela. And then Trump was like, the stupid, Exxon, the dummies, they're dumb. They don't, matter anymore. As a matter of fact, there's people who want the seat. I've got a list of people and stuff. They're lucky to be on the seat now. I might give their seat over to 2-3 other guys that want to be in Venezuela. Oh, fuck, man. Yeah. Costco gas. Yeah, Costco's cool. Costco is actually creating their own, they're building a Costco and they're going to build apartments above Costco. Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Oh, that's the most normie way to live in your ever. Goddamn.
But I will say they're probably going to do a good job on the apartments.
Oh no, they'll probably be livable. Yeah.
Yeah. Venezuela is very tough to refine. They have to the thing is the United States is the only country really that has the infrastructure already. Most of the carcinogen coast in the United States has the refineries to actually refine heavy sour.
Right.
We can do it and stuff like that. Because that's actually, I was surprised about this, that most of our refineries have to we have to sell a lot of the sweet sour, the sweet light crude to buy like a medium grade, or we have to buy actually, one of the reasons we're buying Canadian oil, tar pit oil, is because it's the same oil basically as the consistency as Venezuela. We were buying that and mixing it together in order to make a medium blend. So the refineries could actually refine it to make everything, because like the light sour, or I'm sorry, light sweet is really good at making gasoline, but it doesn't give you enough to make a lot of the different plastics. So they had to get a medium blend. So that's why also the Canadian is doing so bad right now, because Canada will not soon enough it's going to be
Canadia's down bad.
No, they're down bad, bro. They lost in hockey, dog. They lost in hockey during the fuck. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah.
You saw Trump posted the fucking eagle on top of the fucking goose. Oh my god, bro. That was a generational tweet, dude.
Right.
All time. But that's why Alberta's hurting right now. They have to secede. If they leave, there's literally two let's call them states or provinces, 2 provinces in all of Canada that essentially pays for all of Canada. It's Alberta, and I believe it's Quebec. And it's barely
that's
anything.
the one I would have guessed.
Yeah, and there's also the other one. What is it? There's like a British Columbia one.
Vancouver.
No.
Well, I mean, where Vancouver is?
Yeah,
British Columbia.
That makes some money, but like they spend so much money, it's dumb, dude. Oofa. That's the most frustrating. Yeah.
Yeah, just the chart ain't doing shit.
Yeah. But like I mean, it's funny. Like I'm gonna do a stream with like Sean Kelly pretty soon, and one of the things we're gonna talk about is did Epstein create Bitcoin? But like this, we've been at the casino, and just random people have told us that they've been like, is that true? They're like, Epstein really create Bitcoin?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be when the normies are gonna go towards easy clickbait.
Yeah, but Alberta should join the United States. Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be a valuable. So what do you kind of we expand the territories in the Rockies, basically?
We're essentially doing like a light version of Fallout, because like that actually happens in Fallout. Is that there's a resource war, resources are running out, so we take over. We basically annex Canada. We take their oil and we take their timber, basically, and then eventually, the resources are so thin because like the infrastructure wasn't built out as much in the Middle East. And we bombed the Middle East was all bombed out, and they were having trouble getting oil out. That the China attacked into Alaska in order to get oil from us, and there was a huge China-Alaska war.
Yeah, I would say what do you call it? We can leave the Hudson Bay to Alaska. We'll take everything else.
Yeah. Yes, it's all over the place, but it has to do with. I mean, this all has to do with geopolitics. And the stream is about war and macro. Like this is all tied together because we now are kind of tied to the S&P in a way. Now we are, and they're coming into this. Yeah, it's what's happening. This is what Bitcoiners wanted, and they traded out for one night of sex. That's what they did. So
not even that good a one.
Yeah, not even good, man.
You know,
if normies believe Epstein created Bitcoin, the new price will have to buy back in. Yeah, it's. I mean, we've said it before. I mean, it's the chances of a sub 30K Bitcoin is almost like zero. Yeah, it's almost zero. Yeah,
1%.
We all work at an exchange like Kraken or Coinbase. We probably we'd work with them.
Well, I don't think. I think they mean like if you were in maybe his position, like obviously we have our business going, so we might have like a different approach to it. But like if I was like, what do you call it? If I didn't run my own business in crypto, if I was just like a free agent per se, right? Like working for an exchange is fine. I actually like. What do you call it? I fumbled a little bit working for Binance back in the day.
Really?
This show might not exist if I had worked for Binance.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because like CZ, right? I met him 3 times,
right?
In 2017 and 2018, through the Bitcoin Tokyo meetups and stuff. I think it was like the 3rd time that I met him or whatever. Like we'd always go to the Tokyo Bitcoin meetups in our suits because it wasn't very far from our office,
right?
And so I went there, and that was like the 3rd time talking to him. And then he was like offhandedly said something like, "Oh yeah, we're hiring." And I was thinking, I want to hire for you as
headhunt.
Yeah, I want to headhunt for you as a recruiter. But then part of me was like, no, that's actually an awesome internal role. But then I fucked myself when in the conversation, I was like, oh, I don't speak Japanese as like fluently as like a lot of other people, like more like Chinese and other Asians, right? And so I was like, fuck, I probably should have said that. Probably should have just been like, yeah, like why not, you know? But then like, what do you call it? And I connected with him on LinkedIn and all that stuff. But it would have been like kind of cush, to be honest.
You would have got a lot of BNB token. You would have got a lot.
Yeah, probably would have. Yeah. But like, it's one of those things where it's just like they eventually dissolved, I think, some of their Japanese branches or whatever. So like, it would have been whatever at the end of the day. But I'm so much more glad that like I went down this route than like, you know, working for a company essentially.
Like you're still streaming and then like, holy fuck, Charlie, you're in Singapore? They closed the Japanese branch. I had to go to Singapore.
Yeah, on CZ's yacht. That's where he keeps his yacht allegedly, right? So
CC.
But then I would have been implicated.
Yeah.
No.
But who knows? Maybe if you did work for them and we still did the CMC and you quit after a certain point, maybe you would have had enough to like maybe start. You would have understood the exchange side. Who knows?
I don't think the dominoes would have fell that way personally.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Just like with all the things that had to happen for us to kind of like start this and everything. Like, like I don't think it would have happened. I think it would have, like, almost any other career route that I would have went down would have kind of like fucked me over from doing my own thing in crypto, because like the main thing for I think entrepreneurs, right? The difference is like there's several easy routes you could take, but you don't take them because you look at the people who are in those positions 10 years from where you're at, and you're like, do I want that life? Fuck no, right? So you don't go down those roads. That kind of forces you down this way. But like if there's like a slightly easier path, right, like within that same lane that you kind of want to go down, like this would be still down the crypto lane, but would be an easier internal route, right?
Yeah.
Then it kind of gets you complacent. And like, yeah, maybe you would start something eventually down the line or whatever, but it wouldn't be the same opportunity.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the same thing. Like
you were more likely to start a DApp or a DAO or something like that. Yeah.
Who knows? Right.
But who knows? Yeah. It's a bunch of, I think, I mean, I would have still been YouTubing because I was already producing a podcast at the time and I was already on Twitter and stuff, but like, it probably would have taken me like, I mean, I may have not started a course for anything until like fucking maybe 22 or something.
Right. And that's kind of like the golden handcuffs, right?
Yeah.
Like with both of those things. Yeah, that's true.
Because like, we all came, like you had thought about it and stuff because you obviously, you thought about a course already at that point and stuff like that. But like, I remember like, we should start like some sort of product or something like that. And then it was like, he's like, yeah. And you were like, I already thought about that already. I've thought about doing something like that for a long time.
Yep.
And then, that's how the course got created. But like, it just would have been difficult at the time because I probably would have still had my other business and I still would have been in California. I think eventually, like I probably would have left because of crypto, but like it would have been way later, like maybe in 24, possibly. I mean, who knows? It's just like it's like all these what ifs. You never know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. I like the what do you call it? What's it called? The simulation we're in now. The version that we're in is pretty decent.
It's pretty decent, yeah. It's, Vegas in the backdrop.
Can't complain.
Yeah, I guess this is a good last question here.
Did we take care of any of the super chats?
Actually, do we? Oh, yeah, we do have. Some Whoops.
Whoopsies. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Kyle.
We got Ken Rose with the $2 super chat.
Thank you, man.
I am Rubber Toe with the $2 super chat.
Wait, do I have that?
There you go. We got Savvy Savagery with the $4.99 saying, do you think the BTC bottom will be in May to front the run of the bull market, since everyone knows standard bottom is in October?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
But could it happen? Sure. Will it happen? Is less than a 10% chance.
Yeah. I mean, the only case I could believe that could happen is the interest rate cuts when the new Fed chairman comes in, or like they're actually legitimately real and they do start happening.
Like 50 basis point cuts or more.
No, they said when he
100?
comes in, it's going to do 100, and then after that, I don't know, it's
that
25
could do
to 50.
It. That could maybe do it, but like, yeah.
What other disaster will happen later? Like that's because there's still there's still one more shoe to drop. We haven't had the last shoe. There's like one last shoe here.
Yeah. And I think like plus or minus 2 months from October, could be the difference.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think it's going to be that big of a difference. But the one thing I have said on my channel is if we get to certain prices, like if price front runs time, essentially, right? Time is supposed to be October, but if price front runs it, we get down to like $35,000 Bitcoin at any point that we get to $35,000 Bitcoin. I don't care if it's, May, August, October, January of next year, whatever it is, if we get down to that price, that's going to be pretty much so low that like, you're like, okay, now we're pretty much getting the low end, but yeah. So you can price can trump time. If it just gets consistently so massively oversold between now and then, but yeah, you just need to nuke the price to see that. And Bitcoin's been holding 60K. It shouldn't be holding 60K right now. Like with how much, sideways price action we've had here and how much, we've in February, Bitcoin's had the chance to go down and it hasn't. Like there's plenty of support at current price. So it's good. Like it's easier to bring it down from 126 down to 60 than it is from 60 down to 30. It's going to be a lot harder.
Please play the Nick Fuentes meme. Lol.
Want me to?
Nah, that's fine. We'll play it later, bro. Yeah.
We got then Luis with $4.99 saying on Phantom Wallet, does it matter if we use Sol USDC to buy ETH, or should I use USD ETH?
I usually like buying USDC ETH to buy ETH because the liquidity is thicker and stuff. There's less slippage and stuff, but it's pretty. I mean, there's the pools are pretty large just for USDC for Ethereum because you're buying like a tokenized version of Ethereum on Solana, but it doesn't really matter too much. But usually, if I have USDC on Solana, I'm using it to buy Sol And if I usually have USDC on Ethereum to buy Ethereum, that's how I've split up my stuff. So like if I'm stacking some USDC, I'm like, all right, I'll move some of this. I'll buy this USDC. I'll send this portion into Solana and this portion to like Ethereum. That's how I split it. But like, that's just because like I've never had like I've been able to buy the lows and like really good prices on stuff because like I was ready, wallet ready on site. And that's one of the stuff that we're doing during the course is getting you guys like ready or bottom dip buying ready to have your money in the right positions and places and stuff like this. I don't think you caught this. So on my last stream, there was this former CIA agent that
the guy that had to take one for the team.
No, well, that was a great one actually.
That was wicked hilarious.
So there was a former CIA guy who worked in security, and he essentially completely like stole the multi-coin like you always have the condom wallet strategy. He completely described the condom wallet.
No, I did see that actually. I was thinking that like when you retweeted and you said like, oh, this sounds familiar. I was like almost thought about making a tweet about that because I was like, yeah, this sounds exactly like straight out from the crypto mindset course.
I couldn't believe. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then everyone in the chat,
we should play it on the stream.
Yeah, everyone in the chat was showing like, oh, CIA infiltrament confirmed.
He's in the council.
Let's play.
I described as like a 3 wallet system where I have that day-to-day wallet that I, carry around with me for tiny things. I have wallets that I use that are dedicated to riskier activity. So I'll, if I wanted to sell an asset or interact with a smart contract, grant approvals, that kind of thing, I'm mostly doing that on a dedicated set of wallets. And then I have wallets that I never grant approvals on, and I never really do anything with except for transfer assets to and from them. And that helps, me know that my riskiest activity is far away from my most valuable assets. And really, that system is betting against myself on some level, that if I end up making a mistake, I know that I'm not going to have made that mistake on a wallet that has my most valuable assets. What I described as like a 3 wallet.
Well, CIA uses our safety system. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
they're using AI to be penguins.
Oh, but that's the system. And that's the most simplistic system. We have a multi-tiered one for like how complex someone gets in DeFi, but the average person is using a 3 wallet system that we created. One wallet's like, we call it a virgin wallet, which was you only send and receive Bitcoin or Ethereum. It doesn't ever use Uniswap. It doesn't accept it. It's a dumb vault. The second one is one you do swaps on, and you can hold some assets there. That's where you can hold some USDC to buy stuff and then send it to the safety wallet. And then you have the third wallet that uses the most riskiest shit. You're LP farming, you're using a new protocol or some. And then even me, I've gone to the point where I've had to use like 4 to 5 wallets on an ecosystem because I'm touching like Ponzi's, like risky DeFi shit that like Tomb, like when I was using Tomb back in the last cycle, I had a wallet just for that because I wasn't going to get rugged on everything else.
Yep.
And let's just say one of these wallets gets hacked. It's the chances of your Virgin wallet getting hacked should be 0. Almost. It's 1%, but like 0. The Tomb DeFi Ponzi wallet, the chances for it to getting hacked is very high. So that's why I consistently, when I took profits, I would send it off to another wallet that has never interacted, because if it gets hacked, they only get you for that wallet. All your other money's safe. And this is a system we've used for years. And there's also we use hardware wallets in there. That could be your vault. But like this multi-layer system is how, if there's ever a break in your security through like, human error, which is going to be 99% of the chances that it's going to be human error, they only get you for hopefully like 5%, 10%, and you're not destroyed.
Yeah, no central point of failure. And like, it's like multiple safes basically.
Yeah. The beard guy is like a fuck. Yeah, the beard, like those beards do get ridiculous. Pull that back up. Like this is sort of like I've seen like clavicular and loose guys. Like this is like there's nothing wrong with having a beard. It's just like this is like what are we doing?
That's Amish level style.
Yeah, that's I mean that's, if you like that, that's what it is. Like basically it's like either if you have a really good face.
His name is Jebediah.
Yeah, if you have a really good face, you can have this or like a slight stubble with a little beard. But like some of these beards get to the point where like they're like,
that guy couldn't grow a beard if his life depended on it.
I know. He could with minoxidil, but he ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because like he could save his hair right now, but he's the Ayatollah of rock and roll is gonna get him. You know. But take it down. And is that the last super chat, Kyle?
Yep.
Perfect, man. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. This has been Moongang 205. I will be on a stream tomorrow afternoon with RG3. It's gonna be pretty cool. I think we're gonna have a couple cigars in here too. It's gonna be a good stream. Little update on what's happening with him, and I think he's gonna throw like a pulse chain event later in the year. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll definitely talk with him. When's your next stream?
Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Be there, be square.
We may have to bump that up an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you know what we're doing on Tuesday, right?
God.
Oh, we're going to Sean Kelly.
Ooh, that's on Tuesday.
That's on Tuesday. Yeah,
well,
okay.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
We'll shift it around.
We'll shift it a little bit, but like we'll be on the stream. We'll be on the stream. Yeah.
Now I know.
Yeah.
I totally forgot.
And so it's gonna be a good one. So thank you so much for joining me. Join the Citadel, you guys. The CMC is launching in like T-minus under 2 weeks. Boom.
You buy this for $39.99. Guess what, folks? You take the L away. You put a W there, baby. You're a winner, man. You're the real deal. You're picking up chicks. Let me tell you something. You buy this set at $39.99, baby. You're the cock of the walk, man. You walk into the bar and you just find the hottest chick and you go, you, me. Guess what? She says, why would I go out with you? Because I bought the deal on Wild West Deals for $39.99. That's why. She says, can I go home with you? That's how simple it is. That's how it works. That's what this set brings to the table. Because you know what she sees? She sees a man who knows what he wants. She sees a man who says, good deals don't get by me, baby. I move. I act quick. I act now. I go to wildwestdeals.com. Boom. That's why you're hanging with chicks all night long. That's why you got guys like Michael Jordan calling you, wanting to hang out with you, baby. Because you bought it for $39.99.